Good afternoon. Welcome to a very, very good day out here at Winchelsea Reserve. And we'll see the home side, Winchelsea, taking on Belpost Hill. And as the season gets towards a climax, there's some interesting games, not only today, but coming up over the next 5 weeks. So we may have taken a little bit of time this afternoon and go through them. But before we do that, welcome as always to you, Richard Grubby-Cations.
Well, I can't
That's a pretty
believe it.
grab.
I can't believe it. You've said me name right just as a big mark of the day flying for the Routley's pie in the reserves.
That's it.
Your
We can do a
beauty.
give it, I reckon. That's the best good we'll see.
Oh, yes, Smithy, I'm here. I can't tell you how much I can enjoy watching this football match on this ground in these conditions. The trees, picturesque in the back. It's beautiful. No wind, the sun shining. Welcome to viewers. Welcome to our listeners. Well, I reckon we're in for a big day because this could go anyway.
And Tyler, welcome again. You're holding the chair there at the present time where Arch is, supposed to be on a return trip, but we're not too sure when he's going to arrive back here.
Yeah, he's back.
He's back, is he?
Yeah, I got him locked up somewhere. No one can find him.
Just a moment an RDO before he gets himself back into the chair. But welcome to you, Tyler.
Yeah, no better replacements found as yet, but yeah, well summed up. Beautiful day out here, big blue skies, big green pitch. It's going to be a ripper.
It's going to be a good game of football. As I said, both sides in a position where they need to keep winning, but we might grab, as you said last week, we will take a look at probably the sides that are still in with the possibility of making final football.
Done some homework, have you?
I've actually sat down during the week and done a little bit. I saw you do it last week. I was going to get your sheet and just photocopy it, but I thought I'd better do my own.
You couldn't read my writing.
Consider, at the present time, we know that Werribee, I consider obviously safe. They can't drop from where they're going to be.
Oh, they can.
They can drop, but they won't go out of the top five. I consider Winchelsea, who are currently third. I looked at their draw and I thought they've got obviously Belpost still today, East Geelong next week. Then they've got Inverleigh, Corio, and Geelong West the last three games. After today, if they don't win today, then I may have to sit back and look at them. But I also consider them to be safe. But the other sides, East Geelong, Belpost Hill, Belmont Lions, North Geelong are all currently sitting on 36 points. Bannockburn on 32, and Inverleigh on 28. From where we sit, Inverleigh drop one game, I think they're gone. And again, even winning all games would probably have to rely on some other results to go their way. But everything else, Grub, between East Geelong, Belpost Hill, Belmont North, and Bannockburn, they all seem to play each other during the next 4 or 5 weeks.
They do. They do. I can tell you from last week, right, there were 6 games left.
Yep.
Right, now, out of all the sides that were battling for that position, Werribee had to play 5 of them, Belmont 5 of them, Winch only 4 of them.
Yep.
Right, East only 4 of them, Bannockburn, Belpost Hill 5. Inverleigh only had to play the 3.
Yep.
Right, so that started last week with Corio, and they nearly bungled that.
Yep.
Right, and then they've got Giants and Anarchy. I think they can get into the 5 if the results go their way.
Yep.
But then they've got Winch, Banno, and North. Right, so then they've got 3 games they really have to play well. Let's just forget about what we got on paper for a minute. In my head is what I saw physically last week. And that tells me Inverleigh can't make it unless they do something special, unless they play a lot better, because they were lucky to get away with that last week.
Yeah, they had their timings, and as I said, it wasn't for probably we spoke about it before the game recently. Donahue by himself as a individual playing off the half-back line. Then Dalton Grundle went back and played as a spare as well.
Yeah.
And they're your 2 blokes that you probably don't want to have as spares running around in holes and filling gaps.
Well, with the when you play the good sides, and that's no disrespect to Corio, when you play the good sides, you can't afford to have both of them back there because then you've got no one up forward to kick your goals. You actually got to kick goals to win. They didn't really have to kick goals to win last Saturday. They just had to hold on. And they did, but they did that by exactly how you just said. Hello, Mrs. Cosy, how you going? All right, thanks. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It was Cosy's mum, who did kick 10 last week and broke the goals record. The best part of him breaking that record? That was Tari's. But yeah, so I think their form's got to improve. You can look at these stats on paper all you want, but their form has to improve or they don't make it.
Yep. Let's just go through them probably club by club and where they currently sit. We know that Belmont Lions are currently second on the ladder. Is that correct? Yes.
Yep.
So they're 36 with a percentage of. Actually, no. Sorry, Belmont.
This may not
second.
be accurate because
No, that should be right. Actually, that's right. Belmont are currently 6th.
yeah.
That's right. 36.
So we've got 4 teams on 36.
Oh, I
That's
thought you
right.
said Winch.
Yeah,
No,
no. Winchelsea is second on 40.
Well,
Yeah.
have a look at Belmont Lions. That's who I wanted to start with because they're currently 6th on 143 percentage or thereabouts. They play Bannockburn tomorrow, and that's at home. They then go to North Geelong and play away. They have then Werribee and Thompson at home, and then away, and then they're at home last game to Bellpost Hill. So if you sit back and look at it, I know that Bannockburn haven't got a great record down there. You would nearly think that they would win that game tomorrow.
Who?
Belmont
Belmont.
Lions against Bannockburn.
Yep.
There. Then they've got North Geelong again at home. And again, I think from memory, they've been a game where North Geelong may have won down there, but I don't know whether too often. And then they've got Werribee and Thompson away. Now, the Werribee one is a question mark. And Thompson away is obviously something they should win. But then the final game against Bellpost Hill. So in those 5 games, where do you think, what's your thoughts out of that 5? Can they win 3?
Yep.
So if they win 3, they'd be safe, wouldn't they?
Yeah, 2 points last week. They probably could have won it. I think they can beat Bannockburn at home. I think at their best they can beat North at home. If Werribee get all their players back, I think they'll lose at Werribee. They'll beat Thompson and the Bellpost Hill game. But where did you say they were? 6th.
They're 6th.
On
Wow.
142.6.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll tally it up as we go. So you
Oh,
reckon
'cause I
they're
got the
going to
wrong
win?
page.
You reckon they'll get 3 wins?
Yep.
So that'll take them to 48 at the end of the year.
So we reckon they'll end up with 48 points. East Geelong, their run.
Mm-hmm.
I got to check this. I thought they were in the 5.
No, I just had a look. Tyler's right. He just
Yeah, I've
pulled
got
it
it.
up.
So it's Werribee 44, Winchelsea 40, East Bellpost, North Geelong, Belmont 36,
Okay.
Banno 32.
Yep. So it's Werribee, Winch, East, Bellpost Hill, Belmont Lions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 5th. North Geelong 6th. Bannockburn 7th.
Yeah. So who's 5th?
Belmont Lions.
That's what I said. They're in the
Yeah,
5.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the same app and different letters on it.
Well, what I've got here is Belmont are 5th with a percentage of about 143.
Yep.
Okay.
And North are 6th with about 142.
Yeah.
Right.
One,
So it's
one
very
just
close
above
between.
and one just below.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. You're 100% right there.
Right. Well, not often I'm
So
wrong.
they're currently going to be 48, we think, at the end of the season. East Geelong currently sitting on 3rd, and they're again on 36 points. Their run, Anarchy at home today. Anarchy away today. Anarchy away today. Winch at home.
Yep. Battle.
Bannockburn at Bannockburn. North Geelong at home. And last game at Werribee away.
That's tough.
Well, you wouldn't want to be relying on that last game.
No.
Because, as I said, if Werribee's at full strength to beat them at home, well, you deserve to be in the finals if you can do that, which they can.
Yep. So do they beat Anarchy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do they beat Winch at their ground?
Don't know.
They got Bannockburn the week after, and Bannockburn beat them in their first round at East Geelong.
They did.
So that could be a question mark. North Geelong, I think North Geelong, did we see do that game? North Geelong and East?
Yes.
Now, who won that? Was it
North easy to finish, wasn't
At East, wasn't it?
Yeah.
North won,
I think they did.
By
yes.
about 25, 30
So then they've got to go and play them. So that's not easy for them either. So
No,
they
no.
might win
one of them.
maybe 2 at best, which would see them finish on 44 points. But having said that, their percentage at the present time is probably one of the most healthiest ones of all the sides, with 176.
It's the most by a mile.
Yeah.
By a mile.
Now, while we're talking about East Geelong, Zach Smith, any news there, Grub?
Well, the word I got was he was seeing the surgeon during the week.
Yep.
If it was bad news the rest of the year.
Yep.
And if it wasn't, it wouldn't be too far away. Well, he's not named today.
Yep.
But I actually haven't heard what he's got. Is he out for the year? My spy says he could be, but we won't go that far yet until we get a proper, conclusive decision on it.
Righto. So we think
That's better.
So if you were predicting the 5 games for them, would you say 2, possibly 3, or 3, maybe 2?
I'd go 1, maybe 2.
Have to say that again. Oh, jeez.
I reckon 1, maybe 2.
You reckon Well, let's give them at best
Give them
2.
2, yeah.
Give them 2. Finished at 44. Belpost Hill. Obviously Winchelsea here today. Then Bannockburn at home. North Geelong away. East Geelong away. Belmont away.
Tough, isn't it?
That's probably as tough as they
No,
probably
hang
want
on,
to get.
I don't think that's right, is it?
Oh, is it? Have I missed something?
That's not right. Say that again. Belpost Hill have got
Winch.
Winch today.
Bannockburn next week.
Bannockburn at home.
Yep.
North away.
Yep.
And who you got next?
East.
No, it's Werribee at home.
Oh, is it?
Round 17.
I'm pretty sure that's Werribee at home.
Werribee versus Belpost Hill at Werribee.
No, it's got to be at Belpost. It has to be at Belpost.
Okay.
All right. Maybe my homework wasn't as good as I thought it was.
Maybe all our apps are incorrect.
Well, Werribee at home might be the better go than East away.
Mm.
To me, like they're on their home ground, but no, it's definitely Werribee at home because it can't be a
Oh, yeah.
Belpost Hill.
No, you're right. Belpost Hill, Werribee. You're right.
Yeah, Werribee played Belpost. It all changes. Werribee played Belpost Hill in about round 3 or 4.
Right.
Yep.
But they don't play them in the same sequence in the second round of the year.
But it's at Belpost Hill.
It's at Belpost because that was the
Yep.
night game.
Yep. Yeah, I remember you went down that
Yes,
afternoon.
so that's the right one there.
Yeah, I must have smucked up there.
Smithy, have a look at what we got, Smithy.
Nacho, Prestige, and Nachos is back. Look out.
Yes. What's he doing in the GDFNL?
He might have been on holidays too. He might have been overseas now on Nachos.
He's back from Italy or
All
something.
right, so Belpost Hill. We've got Winchelsea away, obviously. Benno at home. North Geelong away. Werribee at home. Belmont away.
Tells me if they don't play their best football, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
They have to play their best football every week. There doesn't look like there's a buffer there. Just they had their buffer last week against Anarchy.
Yep.
Because like all those other sides, like they, as I read in that little other, they had 5 out of 6. Well, they've had their one.
Yep.
So now they've got 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
So they have to probably play their best footy most. There's no rest day for them.
They don't get a rest quarter.
Could you give them 2 wins out of that 5, maybe, with a possible third, or do you give them more?
I think they can be Bannockburn at home.
Yep.
North away. Look, they could win all of them,
Oh, absolutely.
and they could lose all of them.
Yep.
So I really don't know how to commentate on that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can sit back and say, I think they'll win that. But like today, will they win today? I think they can.
Yes.
But I think Winchelsea can too. So I really, because it's so close and they're playing each other, it's so hard to do what you're doing and say they'll finish on 44. I can tell you, Werribee Centrals will at least finish on 44.
Yeah, because
that's what they are now.
I think parts of Belpost, it's probably depends a lot the second game on how North's injury list looks.
Well, isn't it starting to come good a bit?
It is, yeah.
Like you got their players coming back. I think you got 3 or 4 back in for Werribee this week, and probably another 3 or 4 next week.
Yep.
So that'll make it harder for the other sides. But
well, let's talk about North Geelong because they've, as you said, they have got Werribee today.
And they're not even in the 5, are they?
No, North Geelong, they're 6th.
Yeah.
They're 6th, and Bannockburn is 7th.
So what do we think Belpost Hill will get? 1, maybe 2?
Well, and as Grubby said, maybe 5, maybe none. Anything in between.
Yeah.
You'd have to think that maybe two as a precaution. But if they get on a bit of a roll, as I said, they know that they play well. They always match up well against against Bannockburn. They always play well against them, but Bannockburn beat them pretty easily first time round, but it's at Belpost Hill. North Geelong is probably one of those games, again, depending on where North Geelong are with injuries, that could be another one. But then you look at Werribee and Belmont, which I don't know whether they play that well down at Belmont. So I think that's probably another question you have to sit back and ask. So
this would be a whole lot easier next week.
Oh, look, as I said, but it doesn't really change.
Yeah.
Most of these sides, as I said, we go to the next group, and that's North Geelong.
Well, it does change a little bit because we're talking about having I shouldn't say rest day. That's not fair in football. But they got Thompson today. So that's probably their.
Who's that?
North. Sorry.
No, North have got.
Sorry, they got Werribee. Sorry.
Werribee today.
Sorry.
North have got Werribee, Belmont, Belpost Hill, East Geelong, and Inverleigh.
Yeah.
And even Inverleigh last game out there, depending on how they're travelling and all the rest.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of Eastern Anarchy, sorry.
Yep.
So
if we look at North Geelong, again, same situation, Grub. As I said, they've got their injuries coming back at this stage. So they've got, as I said, Werribee at home today, with Werribee getting us some players back. North Geelong, as I said, I haven't been through their list to have a look to see if they've got any inclusions back. They got Belmont away. And again, I'm not too sure. Record down there might be probably 70-30, I would think, Belmont Lions way. They are at home then to Belpost Hill. Again, a game that could go either way. They got East Geelong away, but I just, as I said, it's pretty hard to sit back and say, can they get two wins out of it?
Yeah, it's too hard. Yes, they can. They definitely can.
And can they get more?
But I ain't saying they will.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so hard. Right, the only other side you've really got to look at here at the moment is Bannockburn.
Yep.
Belmont away tomorrow. That's a hard game.
Yep.
Belpost Hill away the following week's a tough game.
Yep.
East at home's a tough game. Inverleigh, but at least they've got them at home.
Yep.
And Corio at home. So there's their buffer.
That's
right. I'll tell you another way to look at it. You look at all these sides that are left in it.
Yep.
And here's their home games, right? Werribee have got 3 left. Belmont have got 4 left, right? Winch 3. East have only got 2 home games to come.
Yep.
Right? Belpost Hill 4, Bannockburn 4, and Inverleigh only 2.
Yep.
So if you take it on the fact that you're usually a better chance at home, then I don't even know what it means. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. Well, as I said, when we said that this last week we'd look at how to do it, I sort of sat down. I was going to put win loss against them, but then
it's too hard.
I'm thinking it is. As I said, on their day, any side could probably beat the other, but again, you just have to be off that little bit of a mark. So probably in doing this, we're no closer to working out where the top 5. Other than to say that Inverleigh, unless they win every game, would struggle to make it.
I think they're going to struggle to make it. The only thing that we can't really put together is if side, I'm not going to put the Moz on any side here. So if side A is travelling all right, they're second or third on the ladder, they're all in the mix, and then lose 3 or 4 players through injury, that puts the Khyber on their year.
Sounds like the Cats, mate. Sounds like the Cats.
Well, they won, didn't they?
They did, but they lose bloody few good players last week and a couple more this week.
Yeah.
By the looks of it.
Well, look, it's a part of football that injuries do play a part in winning and losing games if you've got enough of them to good players.
And I suppose the good part of this is that we sit here in round 14 today. Usually, season's done and dusted for most, and we can think there might have been one chance that could have...
Maybe a chance to sneak into 5th.
That's it. But today, we've got still 8 sides with the possibility of taking part in this year's final series.
So who are you leaving out?
Well, at this stage,
You've got to leave 3 out.
Well, what did we give North in the end? 1.
Well, no. Again, I can't really tell you. They could win at home today against Werribee.
Yeah.
Werribee getting players back, but that's no certainty. I know when they go to Belmont, they're not. They haven't. I think their record's great, but I think there would be more against them. They have Belpost still at home, and over the time, I don't know what their records would be against each other.
I don't think that matters at the moment when you're fighting for finals, different players.
Now, East Geelong away would be at away or at home. Did we see East at North?
East play North at East.
Yes. So again, that's another one you have to look at. But then Inverleigh away the last game, and if they're still hanging in there, then it could be a situation where Inverleigh's game could be very, very important. But that's their side. Where we're going to end up.
We've got 8 sides.
Yep.
How many can you take out of that 8 at the moment? If I asked you to take 1, I think you could.
I'd take Inverleigh.
All right. Now I'm asking.
Only because they have to win 5.
Now I'm going to ask you to take 2 out.
2 more?
No, 2, because I can't take 3 out of that.
Yep.
I can take 1, and at a pinch, if my life depended on it.
That game's going to tell us.
Well, that's great radio.
We're talking about Inverleigh, Bannockburn, second last round. But as I said, I reckon I'm not too sure how they'll go against Belmont down at Belmont, Bannockburn. I think they can run Belpost Hill on their performance against East first.
That's at Belpost, though.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. That's the rip. I think they can beat East Geelong at home. I think they beat Inverleigh at home, and they probably beat Cry at home. So I think they get 3.
You know, if I were going to take 2 out, I would have probably, because of the reasons you said with Inverleigh, and I'd almost going to take out Bannockburn.
Yep.
But if it's that close, their buffer game's the last game.
Yep.
And that means I can't take more than 1 out either. I'm sorry, I can't.
Righto. So we're none the wiser of doing this exercise.
No.
But
so we've just wasted how many minutes?
Yep. Quite a few.
All I can think of that East Belpost and North will be decided on percentage.
Could well be. Well, they play each other. They might drop a game. I don't know.
See,
That might.
that's where East Geelong probably are an advantage ahead.
They are.
That 176%.
They are.
Even if they win 2 of the others, no.
Most of these sides have played the Giants and Corio.
Yep.
And have walloped them and got plenty of percentage. Now, Inverleigh last week only just got home. They got a chance today, haven't they, Inverleigh?
Well, they got Geelong West at home today.
Yeah, so
they're at the Giants. Sorry, they got the Giants at
the Giants away, and then Anarchy at home.
Yep.
With Anarchy, you just don't know if they put in a performance like they did against Werribee. It might not be a bounty.
Well, I think that Anarchy beat Inverleigh there last time.
Yeah, so you just got to worry about the percentage if that's going to be it. So.
Righto. Well, let's just try and make it a little bit easier. Let's go through game by game today and have a look at and see if we can make it any more clearer than today.
We pretty much just did we?
Did. You're right.
Didn't help anybody.
We'll go for North Geelong, Werribee. 3 inclusions, Grub. You said guys coming back into their side today.
Yeah. Well, I honestly don't know. I've looked on the Werribee website, and I've looked on the Play HQ. Right. So coming back on the Werribee website is Jack Stevenson, Connor Linehan Cunningham, and Brad Carlton. Right?
Yep.
They haven't named in their own website, they haven't named Culliver, they haven't named Max Ryan.
Well, Culliver would have done his week last week.
Yeah.
So he should be back.
Well, I can't see why they didn't name him. Are they playing funny buggers? I mean, no one really cares except me, who like to be able to have a look at a game and tell you what I think about the game if they don't put players in their side. You know, if that's all that come back, then North Geelong win the game.
Mm.
But if there's more that they're not naming, then we'll be back to being a chance. So it doesn't give you any hope of picking it if you don't know who's playing. But they have got a few back in, which is good for them. That Callos, we saw him against Winchelsea, was pretty good. He was good again last week. Crediting him the best again. And the other boy that's just come back, Dorno, he's a very good player too. There's some pretty good ins there. They lost to Bannockburn by 22 points. Again, I just think it's the players that they have got in and out. Who comes back? They're all hoping to get all of them back. Bryce Linehan Cunningham will probably do 2 weeks because of a concussion.
We see that North Geelong have named Davis and they've named Jackson Jewell, so he must have finished his 3-week suspension.
Yeah, well, he would have, yeah. So, I think it all depends. It comes down on who you got on the paddock. See, the best on the ground for North Geelong last week was the great Sammy Reynolds. A little beauty, Sammy. Craig Farrell, who you just love to see up there.
Craig?
Not Craig. Craig come out of retirement. Sorry, Craig. Sorry, Charlie. And, of course, Mitch Abib kicked 3 and Cooper Vaughan kicked 4. So that was pretty good for them. It's at North. Look, I'll go for Werribee because I'm a Werribee person, but as I say, with not knowing who's running out in the paddock, I'm not 100%.
Yeah, on that website, the GFL one, Culliver is playing.
Yeah.
He's hit the pick.
Yeah, so was Ryan.
Yeah.
But on their own one that they pick on Thursday night, they haven't put him in.
Yeah. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see what turns up out there this afternoon. Tyler, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, look, I think Culliver's one of the best in the league. So if he is in, it's a huge inclusion, obviously, with Carlton as well. Helps in that. I do think Werribee could get up, but I do want to talk about Cooper Vaughan's year so far. He's been fantastic on that in the forward line with his pace, and kicking 4 last week's a great effort for him, so well done to him, but it is Werribee for me.
You look, I almost might go the other way. I'll just have a bit of a thought. You've got all these blokes. Yeah, they're great players, but they've been living it up in Italy and in Europe for the last 4 weeks.
Put on 15 kilos.
They haven't done a lot of training over there. You wouldn't expect them to. They've only just got back. They might not be at their best for a week or 2 either.
They might be a bit rough. It might be a bit sluggish going out there, so it makes it interesting. There's a Zach Pace. Who's that?
Yeah, he played in the under-18s last year.
Yep.
He's played a couple of games. He might be all right at one stage. He's still learning the game.
It was just another name I hadn't seen in there before. So, I don't know in this game. As I said, I know the last time we saw one of the games we saw out there, North Geelong kicked about 11 in the first quarter against this side. So,
well, I wasn't there that. No, still my radio still over the back fence.
Well, there you go. I wouldn't blame you. So, look, I might say I'm not upset, but I think North Geelong, a couple of good inclusions, as I said, where we bringing blacks back that have just been away for a little bit out there. Yeah, maybe North Geelong can sneak this one. Maybe one that you wouldn't have thought so 2 or 3 weeks back. But
well, you would think so too, because when Werribee are at their top and beating everybody easily, at home, at night, I think North Geelong got within 11 points of them.
Yep.
Lost by 11 points.
Yep.
I do think they kicked a couple of late goals, but to get within 11 points of them away at night against their best side, there's got to be some sort of chance. Although, as we know, they've had a few injuries since as well.
Yep.
That,
Right.
that might be the case too, Smitty.
Yeah.
How many of their best players have they got back from injury? Because
Yeah.
they had a lot out here that day.
Yeah, no, they did, and they probably lost a few more since, but that's all right. So we're a little bit up in the air about this one as well. But we're going to look at the Giants. They're at home this afternoon. They take on Inverleigh. And as I said, Inverleigh can't afford to drop anything along the way, and I think they will win this one at home. At the Giants playground.
Well, I hate reading 0-13 to anybody, but they've just lost everything. They've lost their coach. The coach is no longer there, and I don't think he's playing either. Scotty Frangos. I think he went to 300 then gave it away. I looked through their side last week. No Jackson Collins.
He's back this week.
So I'm glad he's back this week because they were a bit of a rabble down there without him. I don't know where they go. Their best players last week were Jans, Greaves, and a very good player, Braden Mitchell, who we've seen plenty of times. Don't know whether he was up forward or on the ball, but I just don't know what to say about West. It's good. I just can't think of too much that's good. I know they have a crack because we've watched them a couple of times and they've really had a red-hot go, but they're just not up with it. They're not up to it. Philip Clarkey knows a fair bit about footy. He's a pretty good coach, and he's obviously putting blokes where he thinks they're going to play well, but I just don't know if they've got the cattle on it. I've just got this funny thing. I think they've got Corio again, and that'll either be one win each, or two to Corio and none for the year, and they might, unless they do something special, finish with none and 18, which I would definitely hate to see. Inverleigh, on the other hand, I thought their performance last week was ordinary. I think they had the chance to run Corio around a few times, and I don't know, they just kept letting them back into the game. I know the wind's got a little bit of a factor, but they get their 3 goals up, and all of a sudden the score's back. And I think if you're going to be a final side, you've just got to do a bit better than that. But I'm taking a little bit away from the Devils there because, they played their heart out all day. Mason Dixon kicked 6. Wilson and Love were
probably the difference, wasn't he? Really?
Yeah, he was. And Wilson, Love. Well, he must have been because you give him, but you don't normally give blokes a kick 6 or 7 a vote. But a 7-point win, probably not enough for me, but it'll be enough to beat West today, and then set themselves up for another good game, and then set themselves up for 3 really hard ones to finish to try and make the 5.
Yeah, they must have made a few changes because I see that Jarvis Miles and Dan Gros were both in the senior side, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah, but is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because you don't know who went out.
Well, that's the thing too, I suppose. But I see it'll be interesting to see. I might try and have a flick through in a couple of minutes to see. But I think they are playing better football. Tyler Inverleigh, as I said, they did struggle a little bit in times last week, but when they needed to win the game, their good players did stand up. As I said, Mason Dixon, especially early in the game, kicking goals, but then Donahue and Dalton Grundle late in the game just held sway for them.
Yeah, for me, it was a bit of a coaching masterclass that last quarter. Corio were unable to get it in there. Dalton drifted through. I think I wasn't writing it down, but in my mind, he took 6 or 7 intercept marks in that last quarter, and Donahue was able to get the feed out and just run it out.
Had 15 touches.
Exactly right. So, yeah, they had a field day in the back line, those two. It was a bit of a training drill. Corio weren't able to wise up to it last week. But, yeah, look, I think this week Dixon is a high chance of kicking more than 5.
Is he GFL level?
Mason Dixon?
Yeah.
I think maybe not as a key centre-half forward, but as another half forward, because you'll probably have other sides that would do it. I think he could. As you said, one of the things he has improved is his goal kicking. And he needs to get 5 or 6 touches in a game, and he can kick you 4 goals without any trouble now. Now, earlier on, that wouldn't have been the case. So that is definitely a positive sign for him.
I did hear a rumour that there was a couple of sides chasing him, that's all.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, well, he's on 46 so far for the year. So,
and that's what, second?
Third.
Third.
Yeah. So Krimmer is 54 and Smith's 47.
Oh, Smith's still up there, 47,
right? Dixon will overtake Smith.
So
today,
he'll probably go to second today.
Absolutely.
All right. The next game we'll look at, as I said, the Anarchy Roos. They are at home. They take on East Geelong. And as I said, East Geelong will need to do everything right between here at the end of the year. Their percentage is good, but they couldn't afford to drop out there at Anarchy, Tyler. It's a big game for them.
Absolutely not. And the best thing for their percentage is they don't have the stress of getting more percentage. They can go out there, play their hearts out today, do whatever they want, run around and even try some new things. They're 30 points clear in percentage, so they'll go out there, they'll have a good day, and they'll take it home.
Grub East, as I said, without Smith, we think that may, well, it's not going to help them, but it just makes it a little bit less predictable. As I said, they've got some numbers up forward. The big fella at centre forward, Ezard, seems to be going all right now. So they obviously win. Do you think it's a comfortable win out there, or do you think Annika will make them work?
Well, before I start on that, I do have a couple of listeners that are texting in about Mason Dixon saying they don't think he's good. How old is he, Mason Dixon?
Well, he's only played 3 years of seniors in
I
Inverleigh.
don't think he's only early.
He's only
So
a baby,
that puts him 21, 22.
Yeah, I think these blokes wouldn't know, what from Clay, because I think the kid will play GFL football at some point.
He's pretty happy out there, though.
Yeah, but who knows? The chance to go higher can always come back.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we'll go East. Yeah, East will win and win well. Anarchy, unless Anarchy put it on. Look, they had the past players. They had everything going from that day. They must have played the best game they played all year when they've lost, and they nearly beat. If they give that sort of performance, they will give East a little bit of a battle for a lot of the game. Apparently, they've got some players they're trying to get for next year. One bloke told me that Erskine was playing from the Ballerina, but I haven't seen his name anywhere.
Yep.
I haven't even seen his name. I think they were chasing someone else, weren't they, at some point?
Well, I understand that they're chasing a bloke by the name of Gillett from Grovedale.
Tommy Gill, I saw that too. Yeah, another very, very good player. But, we'll see what happens then next year. But no, at the moment, I think Dalhouse he missed a lot of footy, Dalhouse, but he's back to his best. Kick 3. Matty McLaughlin, Sutherland was pretty good. East, well, I don't know about Ezard or Smith kicking the goals anyway. They got the Huff out there. He kicked 10 last week.
That's a fair day out.
Hey, did you know that?
No.
He kicked 10. I couldn't believe it.
Because he stole his spotlight there, didn't he?
Yeah. And good Austin Mulvale played pretty well. And Jerry Rollis back to his best too. 160-point winners last week, and they will be winners again today. I think by a fair bit, yeah.
You think that'll go? Yeah, I don't know whether there will be a big margin, but I think East Geelong, as I said, they'll be content, as Tyler said, just to get the win on the board. They've got a little percentage up their sleeve.
They need more.
No, I understand. I can understand what they're saying, but I just don't know whether they'll be content with going out there and getting a result rather than worrying about putting the percentage on the board. Because as I said, one will take care of itself. If they play very well, that will just look after itself. This is probably an interesting game. As I said, Karaya are at home. They are taking on Thompson. Both sides probably desperate to get another win on the board. Who prevails in this one?
Wow.
Do we have an answer on Herschel Carr and Maxie Roberts from last week missing out? Obviously, it looked like Herschel had a lower abdomen problem going on and Roberts had a foot injury.
And they're not playing today?
I'm not sure if anyone knows that, but that'll sway my vote, I think. Cry looked pretty good until, obviously, Herschel went down. They sent Roberts forward. And then you lose your second forward, makes it pretty hard to kick a goal. And I think that sort of led to Donahue and Grundle's dominance down there in the end.
When he came off the ground, he did look pretty sore, though, didn't he?
Who was that?
Herschel.
Yeah, but there was something in the first quarter where he went for a bit of a celebration after a goal and came up a bit sore after that as well. So it's not like it was a big bump or something like that. So it may be a bit of a lingering or ongoing problem he's got there. Hopefully it's come up all right and he's back in the side. I'm not sure on that.
Nah, by looking at this, he's not.
Yeah, and Roberts not listed either.
Roberts was number 9, wasn't he?
He was, yes.
Yeah, no, I don't think I saw his name listed either. So
that's the case. I'm backing Thompson for an upset.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I thought they were good last week, and I thought they were very unlucky not to win that game. They had every chance to win that game against the side who's trying to play finals at home. And they just couldn't quite get over the line. I know they made a few blues, as you've all said, with the blokes dropping back. But for most of the game, they were all right. But without Herschel Carr playing and a chance to kick a goal, I'd have almost probably gone for Karaya. And I might still. North, Thompson, I haven't actually seen. Apparently, there's a Dixon there. He's okay. Hennessy kicked 3. Jordan Camp. Now, Jordan Camp, he must be pretty high up in the goal kicking too.
I will check that for you right now.
But he plays forward. He plays in the ruck. He runs around and gets a fair few touches. I made a statement a couple of weeks ago to someone that he was one of my roughies for the Whitley medal.
Yep.
And then I find out from 3 or 4 other blokes that he was they reckon he's one of the favourites and can win it.
He's not in the 10. He was a few weeks ago, but he's not top 10
Yeah.
anymore. So
Because-
he's under 25.
Well, yeah, but goals don't really matter that much to Jordan
Mm.
Cam because he plays a lot in the ruck and he's a very good player. Yeah, as I said, I thought he was a roughie. Well, maybe he's a bit more that he's not a roughie. Because I really haven't seen Thompson except that day against Daneke. They lost to North by 46. On form, I don't know. 1-12, 2-11. I go for Corio by a point.
Yeah, I'm going the other way. I'm going.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going Thompson by just over a goal. I don't think there's going to be a great margin in, but without the ability of Herschel Carr to step up and kick goals for them, I'm not too sure who that's going to be. And I reckon that Thompson might just do that. And it could be a Jordan Cam that kicks 5 or 6 goals this afternoon and establishes himself as a good chance to win the medal. I just don't know. Obviously, I don't know. I'm not an umpire, and I don't know how they sit back and look at things after the game. But normally, if a side wins, it's usually the 3 votes to the home side or the winning side. So that mightn't be the case, but we'll wait and see.
He is a big man and easy to spot, though.
Yep.
That does help. But
He's actually
helps.
he's actually a bloke that actually could go and play at another level, I think.
Oh, I've got no doubt about
Yep.
that. Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's a lot easier for the big blokes.
Yep.
I've tried to keep a bit of a check on the Elzinga boys at South Barn, and they haven't seemed to be getting. I think one of them's got a few games. They don't seem to be getting in there, and they've been there 2 or 3 years now.
Yep.
You know, and it's a lot harder. These blokes are a dime a dozen.
Don't
You
forget
know?
they've got a fairly good side initially anyway, and they've got a lot of blokes down playing
Yeah.
VFL.
Maybe they went to the wrong GFL side.
bit too full.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know, but big blokes who play key positions who can go to GFL and play half forwards and can run. Oh, I think Jordan Cam can play GFL. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really do.
I agree. I think that's Cam's biggest benefit is his ability to move. Like we've seen him play across the half-back line, fill those gaps, and now to watch him move through the middle as well, obviously shows he's got the fitness there as well.
He can play in the middle. He can play. He's
Yeah.
another bloke that can play anywhere. If you set him a target, there's no worries. He could go and play wherever you want him to play. So.
Well, Grub, I had Corio tipped. Me and Dale spoke about it before. I had them as my upset until we found out that Herschel and Roberts were out. So I think it'll be a close game there.
Yeah.
It might make the difference. Now, boys, the umpires for today's game. I tell you what, we're going to go right here. Brendan Beck been around a long, long time. Unfortunately, his father, his old man, Mick Whelan, knows nothing about the game. But we got Brendan Beck, who's a beauty. I think we've got the best umpire going around. I don't know how he got into the GDFL because I reckon he's probably should be doing GFL. But Nachos, Steve Guanaccio. And we got a young fella, a green kid coming up. I tell you what, you get a kid, Lewis Rhodes is his name. He comes into the side. He comes into the umpires team today. He couldn't have 2 better blokes to learn off, and I think we'll have a good day with the boys.
So we're looking forward to that. Now, the other game we thought we were going to do, but we're not going, and that's tomorrow's game, is Belmont taking on Bannockburn.
Well, that's a tough one, too.
And this is going to be extremely tough because, as I said, both sides cannot afford, I don't think, to lose too many going home from this point of view. And I think Belmont at home may hold a little sway. Can you see anything else happening there?
Well, I can see it, yeah. I mean, but they can't lose another. Actually, Belmont can probably at this stage lose one more game than Belmont because they're 9-4, and Belmont and Bannock are 8-5. Look, they lost to Winch by 2 points last week. That was their real chance to sit right up there and probably second spot. I think if they hadn't done that, but they weren't quite good enough to do it. Slorak was good. Darkin, never heard of Darkin. I don't know much about him. And Benny Evans kicked 3. Werribee, Bannockburn had a good win over Werribee, 22 points. I tell you what, you're talking blokes like Cam, the big bloke's playing well. Brock Carter's playing well for Balboa still. This bloke, Gin, could be a favourite for me. I have not seen Gin play a bad game. He's got votes from me every single time I play. He's not a tall ruckman, but he seems to go all right in the tap outs and then absolutely kill them around the ground. Really, really like him. Belmont, their big ruckman, I don't know if the other fella's playing Evans, but their big ruckman has been playing really well in Hootsma, who I don't think's playing today. So that'll give Bannockburn a really good chance. The bloke that Belmont have got to watch, obviously, is Henry Hawker. You know, on that little ground, you get him, he'll kick a few goals. That might be the difference. I'm gonna go for Belmont, but again, not much in that. It could go either way. Bannockburn need to win as well. Nah, Belmont just.
Yeah, I reckon other than Mac in that side, I don't know whether Bannockburn could be any better at this stage of the year or any stage. So they're pretty strong. They're going to give themselves a real opportunity, Tyler, to win this game.
Yeah, they
Um,
absolutely will. I think I'll keep it short so we can get on to the last one. But for me, yeah, Belmont at home, it's a pretty strong side, and obviously, Benny McPherson's having a ball of a year too. So
Geez, how fit does Timmy Barton look? Jesus.
I don't know if he agrees with that one, but
there might be a lot of other people that don't agree with that either. But anyway, he's still out there doing his very, very best, and that's what we like to see. So, look, I don't know where this game goes today. I don't know whether the ground suits a Henry Hawker. I know he gets up the ground a fair
Well,
bit,
it
but
doesn't go anywhere today.
yeah, no, he probably needs
Tomorrow.
to play. Tomorrow, you're right. He probably needs to sit closer back to the full forward position and work up the ground as soon as the ball's bounced, I think, and then he's got the rest of the ground to move. But I think I can't see any reason why Belmont can't win at home. They beat Bannockburn at Bannockburn, so I'm going to tip the home side just by a small margin out there. But again, nothing would surprise. Gentlemen, we talk about today's game of football. Winchelsea going along very, very nice at the present time. Belpo still in one of those positions where, I suppose, and Winchelsea can't afford to drop too many more games like most other sides in that top contention. How do you see today's game unfolding, Grubb?
Well, again, like a lot of games this round, I don't know. It's just I know the couple of players each from either side have pulled out. I think well, we know young Norman's not playing because he's away. He's fly in, fly out.
Wayne didn't start.
Yeah. Someone else is a pilot too in the GDFNL.
Jake Dawson.
Right.
Mawson,
Mawson,
sorry.
yeah.
Mawson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
saw the video this week. They were flying together or something.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is well, see, we got the intellect is pretty rising here in the GDFL.
Not in the commentary box.
You know,
but
there's some sides that got. Like, you were a council worker, weren't you? But you played, but
See, look at me.
yeah. No, it's not hard. Somebody else pulled out. I think Sammy Harmer's come in. Someone else
He
has
has,
pulled
yeah.
out from.
Shaven pulled out as well this morning.
Yes, and of course, geez, probably the biggest loss this week. We'll go to Winchelsea and Caleb Brown. He's probably. I won't say he's the best player in a comp because he's not. But I tell you what, if you're talking most valuable player, he'd be nearly the first one I would pick because he can play anywhere. He's big, he's strong, he's quick, he's cool. And all the other players tell me he's fair and hard and a really good bloke too, which probably doesn't matter. But that's a big loss for them. They've done nothing wrong for 8 weeks. They've won, 8 in a row, or 8 or 9 in a row. They've done nothing wrong. Gould's been playing pretty good. Finn Parrish, Nagel got the best last week. Indy Parrish is going well. Cassidy Parrish is the other bloke still not playing
hamstring.
Out at Winch. Primer kick 3. He's probably just to hold on to his lead in the Wayne Tyquin medal. And they beat Belmont at Belmont by 2 points. A running side like Winch winning on a small ground like that really impresses me. Valpo still well. Did Cozzy get the best last week?
I think, well, they probably didn't put him in just to call anyone, say.
Bloody must
He
have.
did everything else.
Because he kicked 10. 2 blokes kicking 10 in the same round. Unbelievable. But he was fantastic. Chirkop, Yates was in the best again. Hanley started off well for the year in his new club and has just got better and better and better. Shurin was good. And Will Kerrins, he's always good, Will Kerrins, isn't he? He's always good. I don't think I've ever given him a best on the ground, but he's always really, really good.
It's the old Willie Urquhart.
Yeah. You go back, I think Belpo's still a really, really well coached. You know? And, who's going to win this? I don't know.
Tyler, one word, because we're not far away from starting this game of football.
I don't know. I think it'll be speed versus brawn today.
Right, I'm going to hold my thoughts till quarter time to level look at both sides. I'm not 100% sure either. We're going to get things underway very, very quickly here. Play just about to start.
Good luck spotting Brock Carter. New haircut.
Yeah, but he's still 6'10", you idiot.
And thank God he's got long sleeve jumper too, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see him. But he's up against Terrell. Terrell was pretty good again last week, so let's have a look at him. And the ball is now underway. Game started. Terrell gets the first tap down from the centre bounce. Ball comes towards centre wing. Yates the first to arrive, kicked off the ground there. Ball kept along. Williams drove it further, picked up Flacavento off the half-back line, turned the ball over quickly. Adams goes quickly into the forward line. Ball at the back, over the top, runs back through, and will be the first score of the afternoon to Winchelsea. Very quickly they moved to their 1 behind. 21 seconds it took, and ball now to be brought back into play by Willie Kerrins.
I think Indy Parish is playing deep forward.
Well, he's been doing that, but he's going to have a role in that midfield, and that's where he plays some good football. It has been. The ball comes out.
Kick.
Bryans, it takes a mark outside forward 50. So he now looks to drive the ball a little bit further down the field, go towards centre wing, and that's where it'll end up. Again, heading towards the boundary line. Yates stands under it. Oh, down the bounce of the full. Umpire was standing in the right position. He saw it. Going to be handed back, and Parrish will be the recipient. Finn Parrish, this little short chip up over the top. Mark is taken out there, and that is by his Bistar. And he's got the ball, goes back out now and get the handball, gets the 1-2 back inside. Good kick, finds Williams. Williams got player further afield. That kick wasn't so great, but it's got to his teammate there. Kicked up there by Carver, I think, towards goal. He is offline, and they are peppering away, but the wrong side of the goals. 2 behinds now, Winchelsea. Bell Post still are yet to score. Again, Willie Kerrins is doing the kicking in duty. Caleb Basley usually does that job, but it's going to Willie Kerrins. He drives the ball far side of the ground, out towards Carter. Ball read off the contest very nicely, ends up in the hands of Yates towards centre wing. Kick didn't hit the target again. Winchelsea with opportunity. Ball cleaned up out there. It goes over the top. Back inside, the ball comes. Carver's tackled without the ball. Free kick, says the umpire. And it will go to Lockie Carver on the far side of the ground. So he's now looking to chip the ball. Again, that was work okay in the hands of Bolsh. Again, he now goes quickly to their half-forward line. And again, nice mark taken out there. An easy mark. James plays on, but that one not so
good.
That's
a terrible kick.
It's going to be turned over. Jones gets the handball out to the running player in Basley, back towards centre wing. Mark out in front, not taken there up there by Dixon. Ball backed up through the legs. Again, kicked off the ground. And was it out of bounds on the full? I think the umpire's indicating that's last touch here.
No, throw in. No free kick. Oh, Lasso.
Yep, I reckon it came off the boot of the Bell Post Hill player. So now the ball is going to be kicked back into the forward line by Walsh. Short kick straight in the hands of Handley. He turns the ball around, goes back towards the half-forward line. Mark taken out there. Bell Post Hill with an opportunity to roll through. Dixon, he turns and goes. He goes long back into the forward line. Barton is there, best position. Not too sure where the kick was going that slow, but it doesn't matter because it ends up with Timmy Barton in range, and he can have Bell Post Hill's first look at goal.
Well, I'm glad that happened because that's the stupidest free kick I've ever seen. This last touch rubbish. What they've got to put out of it, you say it's a football action. You know, it wasn't a kick. It wasn't a handball. It bounced off his foot. It's a throw-in. But I'm not having to go at the umpires. I'm having to go at the rule.
So now Barton loads up, kicks back towards goal. I tell you what, he has brought that back the other way. Has it gone through?
I think it has.
I think it has. Timmy Barton has got the first on the board, and Bell Post Hill are 1 straight goal. Winchelsea are 2 behind, 3.5 minutes gone. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
That's footy, isn't it? They look good in the first 5 or 6 minutes. Had a couple of shots at goal, couldn't get anywhere near it, and then all of a sudden it comes down 1 hit, bang, bang, bang. All right, it probably wasn't the greatest kick of all time, but Timmy Barton's read it really well and put himself in the best position, and away he went and kicked a magnificent goal.
All right, back in the middle now, so it'll be Carter and Terrell in the centre. Ball goes up this time. Carter with a big jump gets a tap down into the hands of Isbista, but quickly wrapped up by Yates. So we'll have another ball up just next door to where we started. Carter with a bit of body size here. Gets in front, gets the tap down, just goes past Williams out in front. Goes for the ball, doesn't get it. Cherkop now to pick up in the clearance. Kicked out towards Barton. Able to use his body, but not get to the best spot. Into the hands of Gemmell now. So Gemmell running along the wing, has a slit. It's a bit wet and slippery out there. It's going to be taken across the boundary line. And deliberate paid there. So probably fair enough for Nagel. Just walked it over the line. So into the hands of Harmer now. So he's got the next kick straight into the danger zone, goes forward, bit over the top, and picked up cleanly there by Winch out the back. So going to come back in through the middle. Isbista the target, not able to be hit. gets the hands off to Church, I believe, out that far side. Handball to Williams, with forward for Winchelsea. So into the 50 now. It's going to be Primer on Bannister. Bannister with the height, gets the tap down in front. Gets the tap there to Bryans, kicks out wide. Hits his target, but only very just. So basically at the far side now. Gets that pick up and then looks at his options. Moves forward into the middle of the ground. Doesn't hit a good target. And Barton just outworked there by Hupp. So handballed off and kicked forward. Another average kick there. So going to be turned back to Flacavento on the far side. Again, he looks at his options. Long down the line is the call. Barton the target, but not in a great position. So is that Huff again able to outmark him? Gets the handball off. Comes inside for Winchelsea. Kicked forward. Back into that forward 50 position. And almost mark taken there, but moved on again by Gould. So wrapped up quickly. Got a whistle blown, so it is going to be a Gould kick.
I'd have paid the mark myself.
It's just outside 55, looks inside, and Primer able to make space. It's a matchup that has my eyebrows raised. So we've got Bannister and Primer down there. Primer will be lined up for his first one for Winchelsea and his first goal of the day. Grubby, what do you think of that matchup?
Well, I was going to speak about it anyway. If they keep kicking it in the air to them, Bannister will beat him all day. So they've got to make him run him. Once he runs around, Bannister can't keep up with him. So it's up to the blokes up the ground to get in the hole to where he wants to run to. Because if they don't do that, he's going to kick six like the last time we seen him.
Primer's very agile. So he's going to be walking in now for his first shot. I reckon we saw him kick one from that spot last week as well. And he's put it up and he has kicked an absolute beauty to start the week, the day off. So takes Winchelsea 1-8, Goalpost Hill 1-0-6. We are 7 minutes into that Buckley's first quarter.
Well, what I was going to say is exactly what I said before he kicked it, because you asked me, now I've got nothing to say, but I just had a look at that deliberate. I can't, to me, maybe my eyes have gone on me, but I didn't think he run it across the line. I thought he was barreled across the line by Sammy Harmer. So I couldn't see where the deliberate come from, but anyway, it was paid. But, that's way up the other end of the ground. There's a lot of footy to go between there and the goal, and they did very, very well, Winch.
That's it. Back in the middle now. Once again, ball thrown in the air. Both ruckmen get a hand on it. Comes out, and it's going to be cleared away there by Whitney. Whitney goes quickly into the forward line. Had a bit too much carry on there. And ball now at the 20 metres out from goal. Oh, Winchelsea player over the top. Umpire says he did not have any chance there of getting the ball out. And it will be handed back. I think that might be the young umpire you mentioned, Grub.
It
Good
is,
job
yeah.
there. Good call. Made it quickly. Ball again. Ruck contest. Comes out of the contest. Winchelsea with some numbers around it. And it's still being thrown around. Marnicky couldn't take it cleanly. Again, ball now out of the contest. Barton was there. Dixon tried to pick the ball up, then got the handball out wide, only as far as Williams, I think it was. Brings the ball outside to James. He was tackled. Did he have possession of it? Umpire said no, he didn't.
I think he's called.
And there's going to be a free kick going to Ruben James. So he's now got the ball in the half-back line from Winchelsea. Little chip sideways will be okay. Mark taken out there. This time Houston.
What did he pay? Hold the man or sling tackle?
I thought hold the man, but I thought he had the
footy.
ball. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Handball goes back into the hands of Houston again, back outside. They're mucking around with it. James gets the handball outside. Marnicky, he also under a little bit of pressure now at the ground level. Chirk up sides across. And he knocks the ball over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in, which will take place.
Bit of a dust up on the boundary line. How do you do? Good on you, boys.
So now it's waiting for the umpire to bring the ball back in. There's a free kick being paid, is there?
Looks like it.
Okay, I'm not too sure what that was for.
I didn't see it. Might have been something in the little melee.
So it's going to be picked up now. Marnicky's going to be the recipient of that free kick. He goes long into their half-forward line. Carter in best position. Ball gets out the back. Bannister was there. Player there was maybe a little bit of a shove in the back was Church. And now tackle has been laid. The ball's gone over the boundary line, has it? Or is it still in the field? No, umpire's going to ask for it back, so it must be just inside the field of play. Carter doing the ruck work up against Gould down the bottom end there. And there was a free kick again being given. And it's going against Brock Carter. And it's going to go to Gould. Now, there's someone's played on and kicked the goal, but surely the umpire's got to call for it back. Has to. And it's going to come back.
Can you go get me a drink, Smithy?
Yeah.
What do you need, mate?
Right.
That's no good for you, that water stuff.
Not too sure why Brock Carter be wiping the ball. I'll be
Yeah,
handing it
rubbing
back
it.
as wet as I could be.
So good with it.
Yeah, it is Gould.
Might be Lenny Henry put in another funnel. Put in a funnel.
He's on 50, so it will take his very best to get it from here.
He's a good kick.
We'll soon find out. Grubb, as I said, conditions couldn't be better. Just gained a little bit of ground now. Loads up, goes long. Hasn't got the distance. Going to land and will be forced through for a minor score. So we'll put that there to Jordan Gould. Winchelsea now to 1-3. Bellpost Till are on one straight goal. We have gone 10 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, first quarter scoreboard.
Belfast still now to bring the ball back in. Is that Godwin?
It is.
Yep, back in the side.
Good to see. Very, very good kid. Inverley have done Winch has done their work well. They've got nowhere to go to, so he looks for the big fella in Carter. And Carter doesn't let him down on the back flank for Belpost Hill. Gives it across to Jill Whitney. Obviously goes to the left boot looking for Harmer. Harmer picks it up and gets a handball over. And it's to Bryans. Tommy Bryans now puts it in the centre half forward, but there's nobody home. Not a great kick, and it's the marks intercepted there by Gemmell. Gemmell from Winchelsea at centre half back. He looks up the field. Everything looks covered. Decides to go wide. It's danger, but it's a good kick. A very good kick. And
Henry.
I think it's Henry, the new player. He's an in today too, Henry. Out it comes now for Winch into towards the centre half back position. Beautiful kick, nice pass, and it's well taken by, I forget that kid's name. Harvey it was, but he let it go, put a handball out. Belpost Hill jump on it now. Winch picked up again by Handley. Puts it into the forward line for Belpost Hill. No mark taken. Almost was. Out towards Costello. He falls over on the ball. Umpire might play hold on the ball. No, he says, give it to me and I'll bounce it. Well, he won't bounce it, Smithy. He'll throw it up.
That'll be good, Grubb.
1-3 to 1 straight. Winchelsea in the lead. In the forward pocket. Now for Belpost Hill. Out it comes. Defence was pretty good as a kick out. Goes out towards the wing position. Nobody can pick it up. It does now. Off they go, Winchelsea. And it comes out to, it's a long way out there. I thought it was Williams, but I don't think it was. Yes, it is Williams. Williams now puts it in towards the centre half forward position. Cairns couldn't quite take the mark. Almost did. Gould gets a handball. Comes out now. It's picked up by Carver. Carver, a lovely little handball to Sampi, I think it was. And I reckon Sampi's dropped it.
He has. He's put it through. That brings up their second. They move to 2-3 now. Belpost still on one straight goal. 12.5 minutes gone. Buckley's Entertainment Centre. First quarter scoreboard. Some nice movement of the ball there from the half-back line.
It was, and it's a matter of inches. Twice, Belpost still almost took a fingertip mark, bounced this in front, and bounced the wrong way. One mark either way, and it's gone down the back. So a little bit of luck, but when you move the ball well, you make your own luck.
Yeah, no, he's gone. It was some, as I said, some just light movement. Players in the right spot. And Sampi, that was a good finish then. So we've got the ball now coming back to the umpire in the middle of the ground. Carter in there. Tyrrell still doing the ruck work. Both players are good jumpers at the ball. So it's pretty good contest in there at the moment. So now Ruckman now, ball in the air. Again, this time Carter was the last hand on it. Ball comes down towards Whitney and he's tackled, brought to ground. And they have a throw in or a ball up again, just beyond the cricket pitch. And umpire Nacho is just moving away from that area just a fraction.
Good man.
Now the ball down from that ruck contest. Indy Parish, quick boot, comes out towards centre wings. Going to be tapped further afield, picked up there. Godwin got the handball back into Carter, couldn't take it cleanly. Parish did. Got it with Terrell. He lost it into the hands of Yates now. Belpost still back into attack. Costello in the front position, couldn't finish off the mark.
Get a free kick,
he's been held.
Yep.
So he can go back now and have a look at his first of the afternoon. Had a good day out last week.
He's had the kicking boots on, so tell you what, he didn't grab him much and there wasn't much in it, but he did hold him. And the umpire said, you're going to hold him, I'm going to pay it.
So Costello will need to kick this probably 45 to 50 metres, I would think, or he's going to run just inside 50. So 45-metre kick at goal, almost directly in front. Kicking back towards the town end. Steps in, gives himself a little bit, runs out wide, kicks at goal, and he can't bring it back far enough through for a minor score. So Belpost still now to 1-1, trailing Winchelsea on 2-3. As we said, it's now ticked towards 15 minutes in this Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
Houston with the ball now coming out this side, so Parish the target and well hit out there. The Indy variety this time, so Mark just on 50. looking at his next option down the ground. Terrell would be a bit of a scrubber there, but Gould able to get front position in front of Bannister. Gets the handball up, not to effect. Wrapped up quickly as Bell Post Hill players there. But they did get the ball back, so I believe it was Jenkins that time. Got the handball, but quickly wrapped up. So we'll have a throw up right between the two benches here. Primer coming back on as well. So see who gets that target. But tap down to Yates. Not able to get a quick collection of it, but ball spills out this time. So over the back of his Isbista first one on top. Had a whistle from the following umpire for a push in the back.
He did. I think he dived, but it did look like a bit of a push.
Alrighty, so it'll be a Winchelsea free kick this time. This one will take us close to the 50-metre line. So kicks it forward, Bannister all by himself, and gets that mark quite easily. So looks into the middle. That's the new fella, Tyler Edwards, I believe, there. So he gets the mark, gets the kick through the centre, just over the head of Barton, unable to do much there. So mark taken on him over that side.
Henry.
Yes, Henry. So puts it out far side to Finn Parrish. Gets the ball on the bounce, gets a quick handball inside to Isbista. Doesn't give it back. He wanted the 1-2, but he's thrown it on the boot now. So out that far side, mark taken by the Winchelsea man over there. Looks for his next one. Comes more inside this time. Not a great kick, but Harvey was the target. No mark taken. Dropped down and quickly wrapped up. So right along the... holding the ball paid. So it's going to be a Bell Post Hill free kick right on the centre square line. So going to come back inside over this way into the middle to Baseley. Baseley forward there to Cherkop. So a little bit of space there, which is not quite able to get back to their targets just yet. But kick there from Cherkop hits Yates. Bit of a contest there, but able to take a mark. Puts it out the very far side this time to Jones over that side, I believe. Zane Jones it'll be. Gets the next kick down the line. So hits the centre, no mark taken, but tapped over the back. Able to make some space out there, but it is a 3-on-1. So Winchelsea able to get the ball, bad handball. Cherkop leads the pack to the ball there, and then the Yates gets the tap forward to him. Able to shrug a tackle, not the second, but does get a handball out. So out to Harmer, out to Carter, handball again, passed out, but wrapped up well by Prima. So that will be holding the ball against Kerins there. So Prima with the ball, just on this wing, throws the ball down, gets the next kick up forward, up towards Parrish. No mark taken, but an over-the-shoulder free kick paid. So, not happy with how the ball came back, but free kick's paid either way. So, kick forward to the brother, onto the 50 line, throws it on the boot, it's gone for home, and he's put it home. He has put it home. That is an absolute beautiful kick there by Indy Parrish. Going to take Winchelsea to 3-3-21, Bell Post Hill 1-1-7. We're 18 minutes into the Buckley's first quarter.
Geez, you got a nice little free kick there. Who was that? That was Finn, was it?
That was Finn, yeah.
Free kick up here. Look, if I'm umpire, I don't pay it because it's probably there. But when you throw your arms back and everything like that, no, you're not going to snooze me, mate. But there was a free kick there, and that was a beautiful goal from and the Parrish brothers combining. Look, they do make a very, very good combination. There is no doubt about that.
Yes, they've been good. Every time we've seen them this year, haven't failed. That's what you want. Players that just keep putting their hands up and playing well. So we're back in the middle once again. Carter in there. Looks like Gould's doing the ruck work. Carter well and truly up over the top this time. Ball comes down. Parrish tried to get the ball outside to his teammate again. Not coming clear of the centre contest. Picked up by Yates again. Tried to force his way through. He was tackled. Umpire said, did he have prior opportunity? I'm not too sure.
You would think Carter would have to stay in there most of the day. I don't think they got a lot to go in there.
I think the only Timmy Barton will be the backup.
You don't want him to do that.
No, ball now from that contest goes towards Cherkop. He gains possession of it. Did that pretty nicely. He worked the ball forward. Again, the ball comes out the back. He looks like he's going to get involved again. Ball at ground level again. Or that was a bit of a throw there.
I think.
It has been picked up. That was Handley trying to feed it out quickly. Umpire Narcho's a wake up to that. Isbista gets the ball, goes quickly to Williams and unmarked in the middle of the ground now. He turns, looks, goes forward. Long kick going back towards goal. Primer, best suited ball. Flacabento did nicely and got his hand on it, pushed it through for a minor score. But they're doing well. Winchelsea attacking. And they move now to 3-4. Bell Post still 1-1. Dylan Godwin going to be doing the kicking in duties from the full-back position. He goes to the far side of the ground. Nice kick out there. Jones into space by himself. He left the ball behind, went back and collected it. Tackled probably without the ball. Umpires allowed it to go on. Pick up out there on the far side. Bowles comes back inside. Great kick. Has found Terrell inside 50. Is he in range? We'll soon find out.
Well, we saw him kick a pretty long one at Werribee, but he went to handball, so he don't think so,
Yeah, no,
Smithy.
I'm not seeing a lot of confidence there, Grub.
I was just about to say the distance might not be a problem, but if you're going to handball like that, maybe it is.
Maybe it's time just to let him settle now, but he's going to have to kick this every bit of 50 metres from that 50-metre zone. He kicks long, goes towards goal. I tell you what, that's no problem at all because he's put that straight through the middle. He gets his first of the afternoon. Winchelsea now to 4-4. Belpo still 1-1. Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. We have gone 20 minutes.
Well, it wasn't the greatest kicking style I've ever seen, and I think they all went up before acceptances. I thought that may have been able to be touched, that one, but they a little bit off the mark there, the Belpo Hill defenders. Who's got Gould?
I believe Godwin's on Gould, Bannister on Primer.
Yeah,
I think they swapped over now.
well, I think they should have.
I think Bannister's gone to the taller opponent. Although, no, they
Yeah.
might have been going back again. Yep, no.
That's the change I'd be making, but
Well, it depends on how the game goes, just how well Winchelsea
Even
can deliver.
Flacabento might be better on.
Well, he's got the bit more versatility.
Yep.
I think Bannister might be a touch slow for him.
yeah, need the speed to keep him. He's very agile around the ground. We've seen him getting some kicks at right on the wing, but we're
He's not unlike Zach Smith, actually.
back in the middle now. And Terrell gets the tap there, but Carter gets the second hand down toward Indy Parish, wrapped up quickly. Yates with the ball in hand, also wrapped up and jumped on top of by Isbista. So they'll have a ball up just outside the centre circle. Umpire calls it up, and up we go. So Carter in front position, able to use his body, not able to do anything with it.
I think he dropped it. No,
Being paid holding the man.
I thought he dropped it straight out of his hands to me, but anyway.
Yeah,
Even Nutchos can make a mistake once in 20 games.
other way for me as well. But Mark taking out that side.
Saunders, I think.
Saunders, beautiful. So kick forward into the 50 this time. So able to get no one able.
That's a good mark.
Fantastic mark. Dixon, yes,
Riley
it is. Riley
Dixon.
Dixon, yes. So sort of out of position, but able to get around the arms and out in front in the end and get a good mark there. So he's going to be kicking about 45 metres on a average angle, but probably 30 degrees or so.
I've said it all year and it hasn't come to fruition, but this kid might be the difference between Belpo still hovering around 5th and 4th to being able to beat the top sides with this kid. I like this kid. He's got some ability.
So hopefully he can put it to work this time. Boot goes to ball. Umpire moves a little bit, but
Missed it.
Must have just pushed it a bit far there. So it looked pretty good.
Banjo Hickey Wets,
He's the other bloke I meant to say is out for they pulled out last night,
There you
Banjo Hickey, and has been playing some pretty good football.
yeah,
So
especially in the interleague game.
Marnicky with the ball this time, brings it outside, about 60 metres out, puts it on our broadcast side. Goes through the back. Adams able to get the ball, but wrapped up quickly by a double tackle of Belpost Hill. So going to be out between the benches again now. Terrell and Carter running over to nominate. And Carter gets a good jump and gets a tap down, straight down towards Williams, who's hurt himself in that fall, but Yates able to get the handball out. Went the wrong way. Parrish, first one there, but handball out from Belpost Hill. So Flacavento in front position gets a tap out to Basley. Just happy to take it over the boundary line there in that instance.
I reckon he's done a shoulder.
Yeah, he landed it. He sort of landed on his side, arm up. So I think you're going to be right there. And umpire's deciding to hold the play here so we can get him off the ground.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Yeah, it's
You don't know what to do here.
no. Yeah, I think he wanted to pay an umpire contact for a kick there, but
He might have a bit of a stinger, I reckon. They call him.
Yeah, I just thought the umpire backed into him.
yeah,
I really did.
he kept looking for the number though.
Yeah.
But ball coming in now, so it'll be Carter and Terrell in the ruck again. Jacob and Vista very close to in the way there, but tapped down, basically able to get a handball out the back, miss the
Oh,
target.
still.
So straight past Flacavento, tapped up now. James affects one there, gets the ball, gets a handball forward to Gould. Another great handball forward to Parrish. Parrish throws it on the boot, but not to a great position. And just quickly outran there by basically in front position there. But they've able to turn it over. Quick handball from Parrish 1 to Parrish 2, and that is his second goal for the day. They are looking very potent forward. So that's 5-4, 34. Winchelsea, Belpost Hill, 1-2-8. 25 minutes in the Buckley's first quarter.
I think you're going to have to repark this van. I can't even see the goal square, the end of the goal square. So I don't know what happened. You tell us.
Basically, the ball was fumbled around. Ball got through the Indy Parish in the goal square, and he finished off the job. That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, I can't see it. I can't even see the goal square.
We can move across a bit, mate. Give you a bit more, but it's just that half a tilt. But there's probably, to be honest, it's probably as good a start that I've seen from any side during the start of the season, I reckon.
Yeah.
The games we've seen.
Yeah, except this game last time.
Yes.
They kicked the first 2, and then Belpo still kicked the next 11.
Yes.
So, yes, this is a really good start.
The ball back in the middle now, and again, both ruck when they go at it again. The ball will be not coming out, but it's kicked off the ground by Belpo still. Handley, the ball goes into their half-forward line. Leading in the race for the ball, Henry. He has taken over the boundary line, so we're going to have a throw-in, which will take place. And in front of the club rooms here. So again, Belpo still a little bit of work to do. Would like to sneak one before the quarter-time break.
I think they really need to.
Yes.
They really need to.
Opportunity here because the ball in there into the ground. Ball from that ruck contest goes back towards the boundary line. Copy goes back and picks it up. Got a quick handball outside to Bryans. He's taken over the boundary line. And again, umpire will ask for it to be thrown back in. Little exchange there. Martin just coming forward as Willie Kieran's goes back.
Bit of height difference there, too.
Yes.
A ruck contest once again. Ball brought down to the front of the contest. Churcop worked his way through. And there's a free kick being given, and it's going to go to Harvey. Harvey got the hands off up to Marnicky. Marnicky to the centre wing. The mark taken out there by Gould. He wants to swing and go, and he does so now, and he goes into their half-forward line. Parrish out in the lead, didn't finish it off. Terrell got the ball. Well, the handball comes back towards Harvey. Little kick off the ground was good. Marnicky back to Harvey. Harvey on the right boot. Goes long into the forward line. Primer to set himself. Mark down front. Flacavento, I think it was. Positioned himself very well. Finished off the work, so he will steady things down, Nick Flacavento. 20 metres out from the Winchelsea goal. Again, movement down the field, not a great, so he's just going to kick the ball long out towards centre wing. Carter has got to be the target. Marnicky got the spoil into the hands of Yates. Got the handball out the back, went back towards Whitney. Handball again up over the top. Had it or went to the ball. Got hand on it just before it went over the boundary line. If he had let it go, it would have been one of those free kicks again, grub. Just didn't have the smarts just to pull his hand away.
Well, even Terrell took the second grab. I think Paris was going to mark it on the second grab.
So the ball, Ray the Ruckman takes possession of it now out the back, and it's been a tackle laid on Jenkins. He will hand the ball back to the umpire. Again, the umpire quickly to throw it up. There's a free kick being given there. Carter with that evidence to height might have just got Terrell a little bit high. I didn't quite see it from where I sit. Umpire Nacho's sitting in the right spot. Terrell now goes quickly and long into their forward line. Gould up now. Didn't he finish the mark? He's still got it in his hand, but I'm not too sure whether he has. He's landed on the Belpo still player this time, and he's in a little bit of trouble. I'm not too sure what that is. It might be to Jenkins, is it?
Handley. 13.
It is too. Handley, you're right.
Got the full weight of Gould on him, Zach.
Big bloke coming down from that height. We'll take the wind out of you every day of the week. So the ball now. Again, quick thrown up. Carter did nicely. Takes the ball out of the contest. Kicks towards centre wing. Harmer after the ball. Read it nicely off the boot. Takes the mark. Defensive side of centre wing. Belpo still just need to move things forward here. Can be called to play on now by the umpire. So Harmer now loads up and goes that little bit longer towards Jones. Gets over the top of his head. Player from Winchelsea, I can't see who it was. Runs it over. Might have been Huff again, was it? No, it wasn't.
I don't know what Marnicky was doing there. He called play on and he never went. I reckon he could have just went up and smothered it easy, but he just stayed there. Maybe he didn't hear the play on.
Yeah, so the ball now back with the umpire and again to be thrown back in. Just pretty much close towards centre wing. Back in the front of the contest. Harvey's there. He's tackled. Brought to ground. No prior opportunity there. So we'll have a ball up as we get tick towards 29 minutes of the first quarter. It is Winchelsea 5-4-34. Belpo still at 1-2.
Dixon doing the second ruck work this time, but Terrell able to get the grab out of the ruck. Grabbed it, wrapped up quickly. So maybe a Yates free kick, but Whitney stole that off him. So he's gone forward to Harmer and missed the target there 3 in a row for Dill, but
that's a free.
Turned over for Winchelsea. So bounces off the cricket pitch, gets that extra bounce. Gould unable to get a fist to it, goes forward. Parrish runs head first, takes that, picks it up. Out to his vista, gets the kick out far side. Going to be a free kick paid for an arm chop there for sure.
That was good use from taking a step when he had the ball.
Yeah, even front on contact.
So be in the Winchelsea hands now. So kicked forward, just a little kick over that far side, back to his vista again over there. So he's about 60 out. So the next goal, the next kick is the potent one. Parrish makes the first lead. Gould follows him out. Little kick, not to any use there. So Goodwin able to cut that one off. Godwin, sorry.
That's what I used to call him. He had to go at me.
I even wrote it down wrong early and had to rewrite it. But Godwin able to fall in the spot there, gets a kick out, so puts it out that far side. Barton not quite able to get to it. Is Bister first, hands out the back, gets it out there. Over to Finn Parrish, wrapped up, but able to get the kick forward. So back inside 50 in that forward pocket. Wrapped up and roved well there by Adams. Gets a hand and the kick now. So kick back inside, but Bannister in the right position there.
I was calling him Goddard.
I wrote down Goodwood, crossed it out, and then rewrote it. So Bannister out there, fell into the right spot, throws a ball down, gets a kick out that far side. Barton again, the target, but not able to get a good mark out there. Gets it to him in the end. Kicked forward now. Costello over that side. Uses body. Very smart. And gets the next kick straight into the forward line. All by himself. All by himself. And can take as much time as they wish now. Is that Jordan Flacamento, is it?
Yep.
So, yeah, all alone by himself. And we've just had the siren go to end the first quarter at 31 minutes as well. Really, really need this one. It's been a pretty rough quarter for Bellpost Hill. So, Jordan Flacamento, I want to put this one through. Bring him back to 20 points, the margin. It's definitely in range. We're kicking from about 35-40. So, boot to ball now. Doesn't overkick it, puts it straight through the middle there. So a fantastic kick from Jordan Flacaveno. Takes us to Winchelsea 5-4-34, Bellpost Hill 2-2-14. 31-minute quarter there. Dale, some goal kickers.
Yeah, goal kickers to quarter time. Indy Parish with 2. Primar, Sampi and Terrell are the goal kickers for Winchelsea and Bellpost Hill. Flacavento on the siren. Timmy Barton up there first. So we're going to take a short break, come back and hopefully get some scores from around the ground. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Local sporting clubs are at the heart of communities like ours here in Geelong. That's why I love what Geelong Cat's official asset finance partner Morris is doing with the Morris Community Cashback Program. When you settle a loan with Morris and nominate a local sporting club, Morris gives $500 directly back to that club. That funding can help local clubs invest in equipment, facility upgrades, club improvements and junior development programs that benefit the entire community. So if you're thinking about financing your next car, truck, trailer or even a boat or caravan, you'll be supporting your local sporting club at the same time. Because when local businesses support local communities, everybody wins. So this week, let's back the Cats and back our community with Morris Community Cashback.
Afternoon. Winchelsea have started very nicely. 5 goals, 4-34, leading Bellpost Hill 2-2-14. From around the ground, North Geelong 2-4-16 lead Werribee 2-2-14. The Giants 2-3-15, Inverleigh 3-3-21. Anarchy 2 behinds, East Geelong 2-4-16. And Corio 3-4-22. They trail Thompson 4-1-25. So some close games from around the league at this stage. Obviously, that may change as the games get further advanced, but a good game here so far. Winchelsea positive to get away. Grub, will they continue, or can Bellpost still get himself back?
Well, I think they're playing well enough to continue. There's 7 goals kicked in the first quarter. It's a lot more than what I just heard you say there. Not many goals kicked in the other game so far. So, but look, the game's very entertaining to watch. It's up and down the ground. You got 2 good football sides here, and I just think the big difference here is that Bellpost Hill aren't going in forward line clean enough, or as clean as Winchelsea. Winchelsea, I know they kicked the first couple of points, and you thought, "Come on, you got to go better," and they did go better. After that, they kicked 5 goals too, and the Parish boys combining a couple of times. I think Bellpost have to do something about that. I'm not sure. Again, we both said it, but I'm not sure about the big fella Bannister on Premier. I just don't know if that's the best matchup. But again, that'll depend on how Winchelsea get the ball into their forward line. And they did that in that quarter very well, and they defended very well. Belpo still had the ball down there a fair bit, but Winchelsea were able to bring it out and have really, really good defence to keep Belpo still just to the 2 goals too. Can they do it? Yeah, they can do it. But Belpo still have got the class and the ability to come back and make it a lot harder for them. I just thought Williams was really good. I hope he's not off for too long because I thought he had a really good quarter. Indy Parish, Gould looked dangerous up there. Sampi, he looked a bit dangerous a couple of times too. Finn Parish was pretty good. Godwin, okay. Bryans. Yates had a pretty good quarter. Nick Costello looks a bit dangerous down there, uses his body well. Whitney had a fair few touches around the ball. I like Sammy Harmer's quarter. He just goes at the footy at 1,000 miles an hour no matter what. Now, sometimes if it bounces the wrong way, it goes against you. But he don't care. He doesn't know any other way to how to play footy, Sammy. He just smashes in as hard as he can. 5-4 to 2-2. Obviously, Belpost, he'll get the chance now to draw closer. But I tell you, by half time, if they lose a bit of ground in this second quarter, it's going to be very, very hard to come back. So they've got to be on the ball straight away.
Looks like Williams is coming back into the action there. So obviously his injury early on was just, as I said, maybe just a little bit of a stinger, but he did come down and he was rolling around and didn't look good from where we first thought, but he's got himself up and putting himself back into the game. So that's good for them. Just watching Belpost still, they spend a fair bit of time with their line coaches, of whatever they call them these days, but now in the hands of Ash Whitney. And obviously a little bit of work to do. As Grubby said, they got themselves away very nicely. We can see some good, clean play from the middle of the ground. And probably, I think the difference may have been that entry going into their forward line, probably a little bit different to what Belpost Hill were getting. So
isn't that what I said, Eric?
That's what I just said to you.
Okay.
I just saying, just reaffirming what you just said, Grub, because I agree totally with you. As I said, it's
Gee, that doesn't happen that often.
No, it's the important kick in football, I reckon. That one that goes into the forward line.
You bet it is.
If you can hit up a target and get a shot at goal, that's the reward you get.
Well, I just reckon Belpost Hill went in 3 or 4 times in a row and put it down the throat of a Winch player.
Yep.
Now, whether that's good defence for Winch or just bad kicking from Belpost Hill, which I suspect it was, that's what they've got to eradicate out of their game. When they know that Winchelsea are dangerous when they get down there, they've got to become dangerous. They've got to go in and hit targets in the forward line like they did right near the end. And when you get one like that, kick the goal. That was a goal that should have been kicked. Kick the goal.
So Winchelsea have been in their spots, ready to play. Belpost Hill are now moving to that their positions, so we're going to have play underway very shortly here.
I think we're very probably lucky that we've seen Williams come out, because when Grubby said that Brown was out pre-game, I thought that's probably one of the bigger bodies that could put up with the Belpost Hill midfield. And Williams is the other one. Without him, be a very contrasting centre.
Yeah, and I thought he was very creative, Williams. He got out on his own a couple of times, and he was one of the blokes that put the ball into the forward line very, very well.
And probably only one that can really stand up next to Yates as that bigger body.
Yes, yeah.
So waiting for some kids to get off their tummies and roll over the fence.
The water boys. Right, umpire's happy now. Ball is in the air and play is underway. Both ruckman hands on the ball. Comes out to Terrell. Tried to get out of the contest. Umpire said he threw it away. Belpost still got the ball and kept going. Ball into their half forward line. That's a good pair of hands. Mark taken out there nicely, and that was Nagel. So Nagel now has got the ball in the half back line. Heads the ball towards centre wing. Target out there was Terrell again, but he gets out the back. Basically takes the mark. I think it is out there. Just can't see him. I think it is. Yes, please. Movement. Yes. So basically now has Whitney on the far side, but he goes long back to where the ball came from. Contest out, the ball comes out the back, and again, Houston will be the first to arrive there. Well, Costello was the first to arrive there. He's on ground, and so are a number of other players. So he's going to be ball going back to the umpire in the forward pocket.
Bit unlike Covey. That you said going into the full, he just kicked it high. You only got a 50-50 chance then, haven't you?
Yep. Yeah, that just wasn't a good direction to kick there. But the ball now, Terrell brings the ball down. Again, tackle laid straight away. I reckon that might have been Yates laying the tackle. So if Williams' shoulder was sore, it's been tested early in the second quarter. So ruck contest this time. Jimmy Barton does the ruck work in the forward line. Again, at ground level, he's trying to work to get the ball out. But again, it's going to be held up. Umpire with no choice but to ball it up, similar as to last. Noah Harvey in there working for Winchelsea. Ruck contest again. Ball comes out. bypasses a lot of players out there. Handball comes out the back, ends up there. Basely again, kicks back to the top of the square. Mark not taken out there by half. Flacavento's got it, had it, lost it.
He lost
Did he
it.
put it
Oh,
down?
well, he's got to hold the man.
Gee, it's I'm not too sure about that.
I just thought he had it and lost it. But anyway.
So it's going to be Flacavento almost at the top of the goal square. It has been rewarded at the last kick goal before quarter time. It's going to start things off for Belpost Hill, you would think, here.
The only thing is, if he hadn't lost it and then he continued to tackle, maybe that was the reason why they called holding the man.
It that way. So Jordan Flacavento has won this afternoon, as we said. Lines up for his second. 10 metres out, directly in front, chips at it. And I reckon he's got that one.
He's got that one. He's got that one.
No, it's a minor score. Umpire said over the post or hit the post. So a minor score on the board there. 2-3 now, Belpost Hill. 5-4 Winchelsea. Bit of a let-off there for the home side.
4-goal umpiring too.
2 minutes into the Elders Insurance second quarter.
Winchelsea now. Houston to bring the ball back in. He's been pretty good, Houston, over the last few weeks. Puts the left boot into it. He's gone up towards the wing position looking for Gould. Gould almost takes the mark, but gets spoiled by Godwin. Picked up by Winchelsea. About 5 blokes tackle him straight away. And the umpire, what did I say he was named? Young Rhodes decides he's going to come in and ball it up. He's doing a pretty good job.
Johnny.
Up it comes Rhodes. Up it goes now. Carter tries to grab the ball. The ruck and does. Ball hits the deck now. It's pushed out towards Barton. Barton gets a handball. Handball's into the pack. Whitney tries to pick it up. Gets jumped on. Umpire's going to ball it up again. Half-forward flank for the Belpost Hill side. Up it goes now. Houston this time. Probably should have got the tap out, but somehow missed it. Ball hits the deck again and again. Players jump on it. And again, the umpire says, I'll ball it up. Williams and Yates are saying get to each other. That's fine. Both the same size. Up they go now. Nobody gets to tap out again. Harvey gets almost cannoned into the boundary line. Over it goes. The ball goes over the line. And the boundary line will say, I'll throw it in. Pretty scrappy at the moment. 3 ball ups and a throw in. On the half-forward flank, almost in the wing position.
Yates, he might be testing that shoulder.
He might be too. And he comes now, the boundary umpire. Throws it in. Up the 2 big blokes go. This time Brock Carter gets a decisive knockout, but it goes down, kicked off the ground by Hanley. Out comes, there's a big tackle there. No prior opportunity that I saw. A very, very good tackle there by Timmy Barton. And that would have been on the big fella Henry. But umpire says no prior. Up it goes now again, Carter in a ruck. Houston taps it from behind him, or maybe Carter, hard to tell. But the ball again goes straight to the deck. And the umpire says, give it to me, Brendan Beck. See if he can get it out. The young fella couldn't. See if he can get it out. Up he comes now. Throws the ball up in the air. Up they go. There's an off-the-ball incident here. And Winchelsea are going to get a free kick. He ran straight at him. And the ball was nowhere near it. And that's Williams. I think they're all trying to test that shoulder out. Williams now gets the ball from Winchelsea. Puts it up towards the wing position. Comes back out to Hanley for Belpost Hill. Over to Yates. Yates looks for Sammy Harmer. That's a funny old kick, but he's got a bloke sitting there waiting for him. Picks it up is Jones, I reckon. Jones puts it into the forward line, looking for Costello. Could have got a free kick, Costello. No call, says the umpire. And the ball rolls out of bounds for a throw. A bit unlucky, Cosy, I think.
Yeah, so Harmer tried to put a shepherd on for Yatesy there, but a bit much effort in it. So ball coming back in this time, going to be Terrell and Carter. Terrell, best position, gets tapped down, no to avail. Picked up there by Barton. Barton gets the kick forward, puts it into the goal square, and going to be rushed through there from behind. So we'll take us to 5-4-34, Belpost Hill 2-4-16. It's going to be Houston, I believe, again with the ball this time kicking out of the square. So locks it up, kicks it out this side. So good target in front position. Well defended there by Godwin. Gets it out the back, basically. Gets the handball, not to avail. Another handball out to Whitney. Throws it down, hits the boot somehow. Gets it out this side. So got a mark taken. I believe Saunders with the man there. Gets the kick, but not really. It's kind of almost worked out, but just over the head of the man in the hole. Gets it forward. We've got a whistle blown. Got a free kick as well to Huff. So against Barton. Or could be against Bannister.
No, it's a bit further
Bannister, actually.
Yeah, it was.
So the Winchelsea man with a big kick out here. So Gould again the target. Godwin not able to get in front this time. Gave him a bit on the ear for that effort, though. So made him work for it, but a good mark taken in front by Gould. So looks inside, gets a good kick there. Not 15 paid. Fair enough, probably as well. Wrapped up quickly. No holding the ball. No prior. Fair enough. Must have gone 14.
Matty.
Must have gone 14.8 that one. So the young fella again with the ball. Ball in hand. Up she goes. Barton and Williams.
Oh, there's a free
Williams
kick.
gets the tap forward to himself. Pushed off the ball by Barton there. Well, good use of body. Wrapped up quickly. Not going anywhere this time, I would say. So we'll have a whistle. Going to be about 35, 40 metres out of the Bellpost Hill goal. Bit of a scraffle going on too.
Once you handball the ball away, you can't be thrown to the ground. That's a dead set free
Umpire
kick.
says play on. Gould gets the tap down, not to avail. Kicked off the ground by Jordan
Bucks
Flacaveno
a fortune.
and hits Aussie on the chest. What a beauty of a little tap off the ground. Sometimes when you need one to go your way, it just so does, Grub.
Yeah, it does. But when you get a bloke like Cozzy who watches the ball, there's always a chance because he reads it very, very well. A lot of luck in it, but you still got to be there.
So in he comes now. He's kicking only from about 30 metres out. So put it in the book, Dale.
Cozzy, yes.
Put it in the book. Absolutely. Straight through the guts. No doubt in that one. So it's going to take Bellpost Hill to 3. Sorry, it's going to take them to 3-4-22. Winchelsea 5-4-34. We're 8 minutes into the Elders Insurance second quarter.
Well, we said they had to be on guard straight away, and they have. They've had the ball up there, and Winch haven't been able to get it out of there properly, and that's something due to Bellpost Hill. I didn't think they kept the ball in that well in the first quarter, but they've kept it in very, very well. The opportunity came. As I say, had a bit of luck, but you've got to be there and you've got to be able to read the play. And Costello's been around for that long. He was able to do that.
Back with the umpire middle of the ground. Thrown up now by the umpire again. Ball from that contest spins up in the hands of Hanley. Goes back into their half-forward line. Bellpost still, but it's a strong mark out there. And Nagel will take that just inside the defensive end. Handball goes outside to Houston once again. Goes out wide. Kick a little bit too much on it over the top of you, teammate and Terrell at ground level. Though he went back and tried to win possession of the ball. He's got support out there on the far side. Again, ball now picked up and cleared away by Houston again. And it's gone this time over the boundary line. Must have been last touch by looking at it.
Last touch.
And they're going to come back, and a free kick will go to Bellpost Hill. So just in between the centre wing and half back, Bellpost Hill. Kick now along the boundary line. Goes looking for the big fella and Carter through his hands out the back. Williams has it, lost it. Players tackle, push him over the boundary line, and a throw-in will take place.
Goal number 738 for Nick Costello across his journey.
He's drawn away from Tari.
So umpire now with ball in hand. Thrown back in again this time. Ruck contest. Carter out of the ruck contest. Picked it up and lost it pretty quickly. I'm not too sure whether he had disposed of it correctly, but doesn't matter. Through the middle of the ground, Winchelsea go back into their half-forward line. Bannister leads in the race for the ball. Picks it up. Wanted to give it away, got the handball, was then decided to kick the ball. Didn't travel too far, but it ends up with James. James goes quickly back into their half-forward line. Through missed his hands, into the hands now. Primer should have get the handball out, went back towards the pocket. Coming up was Gould, evaded the tackle, got the handball outside, and again Church round the body. Didn't bring it back anywhere near like he wanted to, and it's out of bounds on the full free kick, Bellpost Hill way. I've been able to do pretty well in the first 10 minutes of this quarter, Bellpost Hill. Winchelsea's first opportunity went astray. So Bellpost Hill through basically beside the behind post will kick out towards the half back line. Carter the target. Numbers again through Indy Parish. Gets the handball back to Finn. Steps inside 50. Looks at goal. I'll tell you what, that looks pretty nice off the boot. That looks very nice off the boot. He gets his first goal of the afternoon, and the 6-4, Winchelsea, they are 6-4. Bellpost Hill 3-4, and we have gone 10.5 minutes, Elders Insurance, for our second quarter.
Well, they were able to do what Bellpost Hill did. They were able to keep the ball in. They put it out in the full, and you think, all right, you can come out, but they just manned up. They made it really hard for Bellpost Hill, to get out of their forward line. It goes to Parish, and I'll tell you what, that is the big first contender and one of the best contenders I've seen for a long time for the Connectel. Yeah, that's right. Connectel. Goal of the day.
Back with the middle we go once again. Umpire now to restart from that position. Ball is thrown up. Both ruckman at it. Carter gets the ball down. Parrish will be the first to get to the ball. Handball's outside. That's nicely done. The kick goes towards centre wing. That wasn't a great kick, but Rougeau picked the ball up nicely. He's going to win possession of it back. Handball wasn't great. James through the contest. Tried to force his way through outside towards Parrish. Left it behind. Rouget went back and collected it. Belpo still through numbers. Get the ball back into the middle of the ground. How will the bounce fall? Goes towards
Bang!
Comes Barton in over
Ball
the
up.
held him up nicely. And on centre wing, we'll have a throw up, which will take place.
If you don't want to get tackled by anybody, it's Tim Barton. You don't want to, him and Yates, you don't want to get tackled by those blokes.
Terrell, ruck contest, comes outside, did nicely, worked away there by Sampy, back into their half-forward line, kick a straight. Godwin didn't finish the mark off. Into the hands, ball, it's going to be tackled, ball pushed back outside. Church leads in the race for the ball. Got a little bit of pace, a little fella. Handball's back inside.
It's gone out of bounds. The
ball must have gone over the boundary line. So a throw-in to take place. 12 and a half minutes in. It's 6-4-40. Winchelsea 3-4-22.
Very important time of the game here for Belpo still. They've got to get the next one. You can see Winchelsea running away if they don't hold them now.
Ball in now, Terrell Carter. Carter front position. Carter gets a hand down. Tap down to James. James throws it on the boot. Not a great kick. Going to go wide. Must be.
I reckon it's going to bounce inside.
I reckon it is inside 50. So we're going to have a ball up. So a bit of luck gone the right way there. So
throw in anyway.
Yes. Just inside the 50-metre line. No lasso. Fell in the ditch. Rubbing the ball clean. So Bannister looks to be the bell post ruckman and Gould for Winch. So in it comes now over the back of them both. Bannister able to get a hand out to it. If Jack Terrell moves, I'll be able to see what's going on. We're wrapped up there. So we're going to have a ball up just inside 50. So it'll be Gould and Bannister again. Bannister gets a big slap out there. Puts it outside the 50 line. So little advantage there, but wrapped up. So take the meters as we can get them.
They've got to get it out of their belt post. They look so dangerous, Winch. They've got to get it out.
So back to the main ruckman now. Carter there, pushes Gould out of the way, grabs it, throws it on the boot, comes outside. So into the hands of Barton, wrapped up quickly, but did get the handball there. Overrun by the first Winchelsea player in Gemmell, picked up by Williams, handballed back to Gemmell, and then handballed down and wrapped up.
If Timmy come through, fair bump it would have been, but the bloke got out the way and damn lucky.
I reckon I would too. Carter, first one up there, gets the tap down beautifully to Yates, wrapped up quickly by Parrish. Handball out now for Winch. So James with ball in hand, hits a beautiful kick to a fantastic leading target in Gould. Just had the speed and the pace there, got in front, so Gould will be kicking a goal. Going to be right on the 50, maybe just outside. Slight angle, but a good angle for our viewers. You'll get a perfect line on this one.
That was class play. I actually think it might have been Sampy,
Yeah,
but it was
23.
class play too. Under pressure, a really nice kick to a leading player. Not easy to do. He did it very coolly.
Sorry, correct. It was Sampy, not James. So Gould now wants to kick his first for the day. Boot to ball. Looks like he's pulled it a bit, but it's going to drift across. It's going to drift across just enough. That's a beautiful kick there for Gould. Takes Winchelsea 7-4-46. Bellpost Hill 3-4-22. We are 15 minutes into the elder second quarter.
Geez, that's the goal the Panthers did want, and you could just smell it coming. They had to get it out. They almost did. But Sampy taking it back in there, like we were talking about a quarter time, Smithy, it's how you go in. And once you go in like that, I know Gould's been dangerous and he's been a good player, but it don't matter who it is. Once you go in like that with a pass like that, nobody can stop it. You have to stop it at the contest where Sampy picked it up from, and they weren't able to do that because he was just a little bit too classy at that point in time.
Yeah, when they don't have to change stride, Grub, that's you said, that's spot on. They just keep coming at the ball, and when they jump at it, it's even harder. So back in the middle we go once again. Bellpost still with some work to do. Ball from that contest picked up. This time it's Parrish. Indy goes out wide, goes back towards the half-forward line. Mark not taken out there. Now there's a free kick being given.
Against James.
Umpire said it's been a free kick. And Bellpost still would be the recipient. The ball now from Jenkins. He's not too sure where he wants to go.
He's in trouble.
Teammate under a bit of pressure there. Going to end up towards the centre wing. Picked up by Bryans. Not a clean kick on the ball. This time they've been done, or the work from Winchelsea there was very nice. They've been able to hold things up without getting too much ground.
Handballed it back to Willie Cairns, who had three blokes right on him.
Yep. Gould doing the ruck work. This time ball comes from that contest. Picked up by Whitney. Tackle, brought to ground. And again, another ball up will take place. So Ruckman again. This time Carter plucks it out of the contest, gets it further afield. Coffey had it, tried to force his way through the contest. was held up very nicely there. And again, free kick will go to Stampy once again. So he's got a nice piece of work done twice now. He goes back into the middle of the ground. Mark has been taken out there. Walsh with some time. He looks to deliver the ball to the half-forward line. Nicely read bell post still. Well, not too sure what it was a mark, but the umpire has paid it. I don't even think it was a free kick, but very lucky in that instance. And it's going to be Saunders that's got the ball on the half-back line for bell post still. Can look inside to Jenkins. Asked the umpires just pushing him around now behind the mark. They're not too sure where they want to go. Oh, gee, that's showing plenty of it towards Carter. He was lucky there because Gould was a late arrival.
Yeah, big body kept him out.
Yeah, only just. So now Carter, he decides to go towards their half-forward line. Barton in front, doesn't take the mark. Coming through, Henry, lost the ball, ends up in the hands of Harmer. He couldn't hold on to it. He jumped, players jumped on top of him. And it's been held up once again, so just outside their forward 50.
We all know Timmy Barton goes at it pretty hard, but Luke Henry's having a fair crack as well.
Yeah, he's a big lump of a lad too.
He's a brother of the Geelong pair, isn't he? I think.
Yep.
Ball thrown up again. This contest comes out. This time it's going to be Jimmel that got the handball back outside. Isbister got the ball, goes outside the Church, got himself through the contest. Barton able to knock the ball through his hands, picked up by Martin, little short kick. That was okay. Don't know what that treble 15, but it's going to be paid because Jenkins has got the ball now. Centre wing, long, flat, goes into the forward line. Henry gets a spoil on it, goes back towards forward pocket, races on. Picked up Walsh. There was a free kick. I'm not too sure of the penalty. Now the advantage has been paid. It's going to go to Williams. Handball's back inside. Parrish takes a bounce, steps around now, looks to give the ball down the field. That's generally really good. And he's done nothing more than
James.
Yes, this time James outside was Bister on the right boot. Long. Probably a little bit too much height there. Going back, Carter. Good ball. Flacavento brings the ball down. Churkop picks the ball up. This is going to be a lasso, if not out of bounds on the full anyway.
The full anyway.
Out of bounds on the full. Free kick will go to Gould of Winchelsea, just in front of where we sit here. So he's just got to go and collect the ball himself now. Just going to give the Winchelsea water boy a drink, kick here. So Gould now with the ball. Centre wing, little chip forward. Okay, is Bister.
See, all the poor bugger was doing was coming off the ground.
Yep. The ball's now short pass again into the hands of Williams. Doesn't waste any time. Plays on, goes long into the forward line. Primer out the back.
At the back.
I'll tell you what, they don't know whether that's a good kick or just had enough weight on it, but he was in the right spot. Primer now will go back and look for his second goal of the afternoon. Pretty reliable sort of finisher, this bloke. So we would assume from that distance, this would cause no problem whatsoever.
Wouldn't have thought so.
He's taking plenty of time. Cam Primer, I reckon only 20 metres out from goal. And Angle, as I said, pretty much in front. But he's going to make his approach now. Comes in, chips at it, and umpire says that will be good enough for me and for everybody else around the ground because it's now 8 goals for the Winchelsea side, 3-4 Bell Post Hill, and we have ticked up over 19, almost 20 minutes Elders Insurance second quarter.
Geez, the ball gets kicked in there, and for the first time for the day, Frimmer's standing behind the big fella in Bannister. You would think he would never get to him. But it just lobbed over Bannister's head. He couldn't do a thing about it. What I like is he's 20, 25 metres out. Normally an easy goal. He still goes back, takes his 25 seconds, psychs himself up, and the umpire just didn't even have to move. You know, most blokes would go back, oh, it's only 20, I'll kick it. Nah, he did all the right preparation, even if it was 20, 30, 40 and 50. I mean, he's betting him and knows what he's doing.
Up we go now back in the middle. Carter and Terrell. Terrell up the hot top, but Carter gets the tap down. That's the far side. No pick up by Yates. Kick forward off the ground, sorry. So marked out that side by Jamel. Harmer over the mark, but he's pulled back now. So no 50 paid. Thank God. So kicked into the middle and turned over there. Not a great kick. So going to be into the hands of Hanley. So wants to play on, take it quickly, pushes it down to Costello.
That's better.
And hits the man on the spot. There was 3 winch around him. That was a fantastic kick there by David Hanley.
It's just a kick that comes from a bloke that's played GFL football, you know. And yes, there was 3 blokes around Costello, But he was running to a spot where they just were, and bang, hit him on the chest. Beautiful football. They need a bit more of that, the Panthers.
And he comes now, kicking from 30, 35, little angle, but nothing too difficult for this man. So puts it down on the boot, puts it through the middle, as we expect. So it's a good kick there. Takes us Bell Post Hill 4-4-28, Winchelsea 8-4-52. 22 minutes into the Elders' second quarter.
Just when Winch looked like they could run away with the game, you've still got enough class and then ability in the Bell Post Hill side to sort of keep that distance. What they need to do now is get the next one or two and drag it back in so it's a lot closer at half time, because you always like to go in at half time a little bit closer than what they are now. They're 4 goals down. Go in 2 or 3 and you're still in it. You're still, it's still there for you. So they really can't rest on their laurels. They've got to get the next one, I believe. So umpire Nachos, he's going to come in and throw the ball up. Carter and Terrell in ruck. No one wins the tab out. It comes down to Dill Whitney. Dill Whitney can't pick it up. Mayer got a high one. Yates gets in there at the bottom of the pack where he always is. And the ball bounces around at the bottom of the pack. They call him play on, but boys, it ain't going anywhere. And now he's decided to say, yep, give it to me and I'll throw it up. It was never coming out of there. Works out who the ruckmen are going to be, which I think Jack Hill, the blind miner, could see that anyway. Up they go now. Carter gets the tab out to Whitney. Whitney can't break free. Now he does with a left boot into the forward line. Over they go. Saunders gave a little push, but the umpire said that's fine. Picked up by Winchelsea defence now. It's over the boundary line. No, it's not. I'm right. Oh, beautiful handball over the top. Comes out to Sammy Harmer. Gets a bit of a boot to it. That hasn't gone 15 up. And he's, could play hold the ball. No, he won't. Not 15. He decided to claim the mark. That's pretty dangerous. But I think the umpires always give a bit of a leeway to that, and he'll ball the ball up about 20 metres out from the goal. Carter runs down and tapes the ball out, but it goes out to Gemmell. Gemmell gets a little handball. He's looking for half. It goes back to Gemmell. Hello, the boundary umpire reckons it's run out of bounds. Obviously, I thought it was close, and it was close. 8-4 to 4-4. Winchelsea's favour, but it's in the forward pocket here now for Bell Post Hill to see if they can do something about this. The big fella Carter in a ruck against Terrell Ian. It's been a fantastic battle, actually. Terrell gets that knockout, but it goes towards Saunders. No one can pick the ball up. It's going to be dragged across the boundary line again. Another boundary line throw-in exactly the same position as before. Now, umpires are coming in and pointing here and pointing there. I don't know what they're doing, but anyway, up it goes again to these same 2 big fellas. Carter gets the one down. Went to Barton. Barton couldn't get it out. Comes out to Hanley. He gets a handball out to the middle. Yates picks it up and gets jumped on. He's trying to get the ball out. No prior opportunity. Umpire says, give it to me. And we'll get another ball on just on the 50-metre line out from the Bell Post Hill goal. The young fella now, Rhodes, he's going to have a crack at it and see if he can get it out. Up it goes. Carter again in ruck for Terrell. Carter gets it down almost Williams. No one can. It was very scrambly. Ball's on the bottom of the pack. It's thrown almost out there to Jenkins, I think it was. Puts it up towards the forward line. No one there for Bell Post Hill, but there's a sling tackle, possibly the ball still in the forward pocket for Winchelsea. But Gemmell's been pretty good here, and he gets it back out. He's going to go to Marnicky. Marnicky takes the mark, gets one to go on with for his corner. Runs around on the right boot now for Winchelsea. Puts it up towards the wing, but a great mark in there taken by Carter. Carter is intercepted. He's going long. He's going along. He's looking for Costello. He pushes 6 blokes out and doesn't get caught. The balls end up going over the pack. And rolls over the boundary line for a throw in deep, right next to the point post for Bell Post Hill.
So ball going to be tossed back in. Going to be Dixon and Terrell in the ruck this time. So Carter moved back outside 50. In it comes. Terrell front position. Dixon with a better spot in the end. Gets tapped down. Not too much avail. Wrapped up quickly as the ball there. So going to have a whistle blown. Just waiting on it, waiting. And there was the whistle. So we'll have a throw up now. Halfway into the 50, so about 25, 30 metres out. Very dangerous zone. Dixon going to be the ruckman again this time. Terrell with a huge jump there over the back, but not to any advantage. Wrapped down, thrown down, and wrapped up again. So every player in the front half of the ground at the moment.
Yeah.
And about...
You bring in these stupid rules about standalone rules, make them get back out. Make sure there's only allowed a certain amount in. So, you can't play footy.
Tapped out now, so wrapped up again, wrapped up. We get a handball out the back this time, so Whitney with the ball, throws it down on the boot, not going to make the distance. Marked right on the line there by Huff, so good awareness by the captain to fill that little hole right on the line to save that one. So gets it out to his Vista, just fell short, half volley, wrapped up. quickly. Handball, sling tackle. Very
Oh,
didn't see it, so
man,
comment.
they just did all the hard work, Belfast Hill, to get that ball back, and they've lost it through a free.
Yeah, so I just looked away before the second part of the tackle, but we've got a sling tackle paid
Was
against
it a
it.
sling
It
tackle
was,
or
yeah.
holding the man, like after he got rid of it?
Sling him.
Yeah?
Yeah,
He
so,
indicated sling.
Did
yeah.
he?
So
Gee.
is Bister with the ball to kick out. So out to Marnicky. Dixon doing his best to get there. Didn't have it quite enough steps, but
They
out to half.
They've got to get it here, Belfast. There's blokes running everywhere.
Out to half now. Goes over top. So good kick out. Missed handball there by Rugaga. Gets it to Yates. Yates looks forward. Finds his man in Saunders.
Too big.
Puts it just short.
No,
Wrapped up. Got a chop of the arms.
And it definitely was there too. It
Yeah.
wasn't a good kick.
A chop of the arms against Saunders. So it's going to be a Winchelsea defence kick out. Looks just a bit of a floaty ball out there. Not really the kick I'd be going for. So basically out that side. Wants to get it back in quickly. Puts it out to the guess who? Costello.
He's
out
pushed
by
him
himself.
again. He's pushed him again.
Was it a push or did he go for the mark early?
Oh, it's a push that they allow these days, but it's still a push.
It's called a hold, I reckon. It's a little
He's just
extension of the arms.
he's just so good at it, isn't he?
He found his spot. He said, "This is my area. Get out of it." He put his hands, took the mark. Going for 740 grub. So pretty tough angle there. He's right over in the pocket. Going to be kicking 35.
Well, he's just about keeping them in the game down there, isn't he?
Walks in now. Boot to ball. Goes to drop
I'll
it.
tell you what.
I almost said put it in the book, but now you can. It takes us to 5-4, 34 Bellpost Hill, 8-4-52 Winchelsea. We are 28 minutes into the Elders Insurance second quarter.
There was a couple of bad blues there by Winchelsea, the handballs and of course, but you got to be there. Yates was good enough to get in and get the ball, but that's the one they needed. They got to within 3 goals. How long have we gone? Is that 29, is it? 28.
Yeah.
That's nearly close enough. But I tell you what, I do want to send a cheerio to the great Tony Dozen. He's probably sitting up on the Murray up at Cobram Baruga catching a heap of cod. So
Last time he was overseas somewhere, wasn't he?
no, he's moved up the Baruga, up the Cobram somewhere. So catch a big one for me, Ton.
Righto, ball back in the middle of the ground this time. Carter this time gets the ball down. Yeah, they win from the middle. Handley on the left boot goes back in towards their half-forward line. Mark coming up. That was good. And it's been Saunders who's come out and he's taken a mark. Is he in range? He's going to have a look at him. He goes quickly. He goes long. And he goes straight. Oh, he's gone straight. But he is just offline. A minor score. Would have been important. 5-5 now for Bellpost Hill. 8-4 Winchelsea. And ticking towards that 29-minute mark of the second quarter.
I read those goals like by the goal umpire. I cannot read this bloke.
So the ball now
cannot
kicks
read
out wide. That's pretty wide. It's actually
Very
out of
wide.
bounds on the full. So the ball's going to go back into the Bellpost Hill forward line. It's going to go quickly now. Godwin got the ball. Decides to go quickly in towards the dangerous spot. A ball doesn't.
Yes,
Yes. Right spot. Right spot again. And Costello's got his fourth. Bellpost still there, 6. There's 6 goals, 5. 8-4 Winchelsea. Elders Insurance second quarter. We've gone 30 minutes.
It's just amazing. We saw these two sides play at Bellpost Hill, and because I think he kicked a couple, but just the way he was moving, you think, all right, he's getting on in his career. This could possibly be his last year. And he was just, I actually looked at him a couple of times.
Teetering.
Yeah, he might be done. He might be done. And these last 3 or 4 weeks, he's like a spring chicken. He's taking marks. He's kicking goals like that. I tell you, he's keeping the Panthers in the game on his own here at the moment.
Might be that warmer weather, Grove. Got the bones going nicely.
But it is great to watch when a bloke who's been around so long just can take it in the air, take it off the ground, push a couple of blokes out and not get caught.
But he's like that, though, isn't he?
Yeah,
He can have a really dull spot, but all of a sudden in 2 or 3 minutes he can go bang, 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 and you think, gee, where did he come from?
And I love seeing it because I was at the ground that day when he was playing for Anarchy when he got bowled over and done his knee, and I thought that was one of the baddest knee injuries that anyone's ever seen.
Yep.
Maybe he'll never come back. And look what he's done. It's a credit to him.
He's just always the danger man. Back in the middle this time. So 30.5 minutes gone, not much to go. Bellpost won another one. So Carter and Terrell in the ruck. Terrell up top. Carter gets it down to Chirkop, moves it across, but quickly wrapped up, as it has been all day. So another ball up in the centre circle. So going very attacking here, Bellpost, more on that side. Carter grabs it out of the ruck, goes for the handball, wrapped up quickly by Terrell. He saw that one coming. He's a bit sore, Carter, after that one. So a bit slow to get up. Maybe a bit of a tap high by the looks of it. Just giving the umpire the ball back now. So got his bearings back and up goes the ball. Terrell able to get front position, get the tap across to Williams. Once again wrapped up by Yates. He's not giving him any room this quarter. Plenty of pressure keeping on there. So back inside the centre circle. 31.5 gone. Terrell goes to jump. Harder grabs the ball out of the ruck. Kicks it forward towards Saunders. That's maybe a free kick. Nothing paid. Goes to Cozzy. Left in front of by a Winchelsea player. So Carver gets the hands and the high tackle there. So they're going to take it back.
He's called advantage, and then he's
called
called it back. You cannot do that up.
No.
Once you've called advantage, it's advantage.
But Carver wanted to hold that one there. Slow the game right down. Not much to go, so throws it to the boot now. Out this side towards Gould, as has been the target a lot of the day. No mark taken, but a push. Winchelsea holding. Free kick. Going to go to Gould, so Godwin obviously had him wrapped up there, but Gould throws it on the boot. They do not want a goal kick this late in the quarter. Terrell front target. Great mark taken. Fantastic mark taken there. He's going to be outside 50. I believe. Carter, you need to get down to the goal line. Handball off. Parrish. Kick out wide. Gould, the target, floated back into the hole. Primer was leading to it, but Gould got there first. Just a bit of a lapse there. They've had a great quarter, Belpost Hill, but this one's going to hurt if it's able to be put through. So Gould will be kicking from 35-40 out, right on the boundary line.
Yeah, it's on the boundary line, but this bloke's a pretty good kick. Oh, that was a lapse. Like, Primer's the bloke kicking all the goals, but I just think this bloke's as dangerous as Primer, and you can't just let him wander into the forward line on his own.
In he comes now, so boot to ball, not a good kick. Pulled it short, it's going to go out wide, so that's going to be a point on the board there, so it'll take him to 8-5-53. Belpost Hill, 6-5-41. 32 minutes into the second quarter, brought to you by Elders.
It's Willie Kerins doing the kicking and duty from the full-back position now. He's going to bring a clubber inside of the ground. Comes out long, outside 50. Terrell's there in front. Ball gets out the back. Huff try to keep it alive. Goes back towards Finn Parrish. Taps it back towards the boundary line. Well, happy enough to see it over. It's scored over there by Handley as well, I think so. Siren couldn't be too far away. As I said, it's gone almost 34 minutes.
I wonder if there's a reason Cubby's not doing the kicking out like he normally does.
Yeah, not too sure. I'm glad he's not 100%. Leg something maybe, but ball now. Carter as the siren sounds to end the first half here at Winchelsea Reserve, and it will see the home side going at 8-5-53, leading Belpost Hill 6-5-43. Goal kickers to this stage of the day, Indy Parrish and Primer, both with 2. Gould, Stampy, Finn Parrish and Terrell with 1. And for Belpost Hill, Nick Costello with 4, following up his big effort last week. 1 to Jordan Flacavento and Timmy Barton. Going to take a short break, come back shortly. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Local sporting clubs are at the heart of communities like ours here in Geelong. That's why I love what Geelong Cats official asset finance partner Morris is doing with the Morris Community Cashback Program. When you settle a loan with Morris and nominate a local sporting club, Morris gives $500 directly back to that club. That funding can help local clubs invest in equipment, facility upgrades, club improvements and junior development programs that benefit the entire community. So if you're thinking about financing your next car, truck, trailer, or even a boat or caravan, you'll be supporting your local sporting club at the same time. Because when local businesses support local communities, everybody wins. So this week, let's back the Cats and back our community with Morris Community Cashback.
In the Lee's defence is holding up pretty strongly back down there. Savenka, kick smothered, went back, had another go. Round the body he goes.
This is closer.
And I think he has brought it home. He has. Savenka has got his first of the afternoon. The 11th now for Corio. They are 11-13.
Local sporting clubs are at the heart of communities like ours here in Geelong. That's why I love what Geelong Cats official asset finance partner Morris is doing with the Morris Community Cashback Program. When you settle a loan with Morris and nominate a local sporting club, Morris gives $500 directly back to that club. That funding can help local clubs invest in equipment, facility upgrades, club improvements and junior development programs that benefit the entire community. So if you're thinking about financing your next car, truck, trailer or even a boat or caravan, you'll be supporting your local sporting club at the same time. Because when local businesses support local communities, everybody wins. So this week, let's back the Cats and back our community with Morris Community Cashback.
In the Lee's defence is holding up pretty strongly back down there. Savenka, kick smothered, went back, had another go. Round the body he goes.
This is closer.
And I think he has brought it home. He has. Savenka has got his first of the afternoon. The 11th now for Corio. They are 11-13.
Local sporting clubs are at the heart of communities like ours here in Geelong. That's why I love what Geelong Cats official asset finance partner Morris is doing with the Morris Community Cashback Program. When you settle a loan with Morris and nominate a local sporting club, Morris gives $500 directly back to that club. That funding can help local clubs invest in equipment, facility upgrades, club improvements and junior development programs that benefit the entire community. So if you're thinking about financing your next car, truck, trailer or even a boat or caravan, you'll be supporting your local sporting club at the same time. Because when local businesses support local communities, everybody wins. So this week, let's back the Cats and back our community with Morris Community Cashback.
Inverleith's defence is holding up pretty strongly back down there. Savenka kick smothered, went back, had another go. Round the body he goes.
This is closer.
And I think he has brought it home. He has. Savenka has got his first of the afternoon. The 11th now for Corio. They are 11-13. Half time here this afternoon. It is Winchelsea 8-5-43. Belpost Hill 6-5-41. Winchelsea again got away early in the quarter. Belpost Hill did some work late to get themselves back into the game, but around the grounds, North Geelong 6-9-45 lead. Werribee 3-3-21. The Giants 3-3-21. Inverleigh a big quarter 10-6-66. Out at the Footwad Flats, Anarchy 4-6-30. Trail East Geelong 4-9-33. So a 3-point margin. And the other game, Corio 4-8-32, Thompson 10-3-63. So they have got away from the Corio boys out there. But a very interesting state of affairs here, Grub, and again, a game that's still up for grabs.
Well, it is. I think if you have a look at the game without the scores, I thought Winchelsea looked a more dominant team, and I thought they would look like they were going to go in 4 or 5 goals up. But you just can't count on that with Belpost Hill because they just give it everything they've got. You know, a little bit of luck went their way finally. It didn't sort of go their way in the first quarter, but a couple of things went their way. And, of course, then you got that man, Cozzy. What's he kick? 4?
4.
You know, 4 out of 6 is unbelievable. But just the way they went, we know Yates is going to go at it like that. Sam Harmer again did the same thing. You know, it was just grit and determination that kept them in it. And then they end up kicking a couple of goals towards the end and making a 2-goal margin, puts them right back in the game. So, you know, now I think it's up to Winch to say, all right, we had them on toast. Let's get them back on toast and let's play some better footy. But it's hard to do that sometimes against Belpost Hill because sometimes they just don't let you.
One good thing about Belpost Hill is I reckon we've watched them for quite a bit of time, Grub, but they never seem to panic. It doesn't matter what the state of the game is. They just always believe that they can get themselves back into a contest. And it doesn't have to be done straight away, but just they work themselves back in. And that's what they've been able to do here so far today. And at half time, only a 2-goal margin. So
we've done that for 16 years.
Yes. Yeah.
Through the dynasty. And that's created around this football club.
So Siren now starts the third quarter here this afternoon, and Ruckman are going to be going at it in the middle of the ground. The Terrell maybe got the ball down this time, but off the wing, picked up by Jones, handbutts out to Chirkop. Chirkop kicks quickly into the half-forward line. Leading in the race for the ball was Parrish. He's going to arrive, takes possession of it, and now umpire said, did he have prior? Maybe not.
It doesn't matter.
Can't see anyway.
The prior doesn't matter. I think he dragged it in. He didn't want it to go over. He knew that he was going to. I think he nearly dragged it in. It could have gone that way.
Maybe he should have dragged it in and pushed it over the line, but that would have been a better option. Though Tyrrell again doing the ruck work. Carter from the ruck gets the ball out and again back towards the boundary line. Picked up out there. This time it was by Bolsh. He couldn't clear the pack with the ball, and the umpire again is going to come in, take possession of it, and a ball up again, similar position to last. Again, both ruckmen there. Again, Carter taps the ball down. Over the top, Williams. Ball is going back towards the boundary lines. It's been kept in. It has so far. Umpire said no, it hasn't. The umpire said it's gone over, so a throw in this time. That will be better for us because we'll get a little bit out to the ground a bit further. Brock Carter wasn't too sure. Then he thought it was a ball up.
What's going on here? Where's the umpire pointing? I don't understand these things.
So the ball now thrown back in once again. Going Carter front position into the hands of Handley on the right boot quickly. Torpedo into the forward line. Not too sure that favours the forwards, but it comes to the ground. Picked up. Gemmell got the handball away to Parrish. Parrish runs backwards, gives the handball back out to Henry. Henry, a little chip across the ground, had to be good. And was. Mark was taken out there this time by Walsh. So Walsh deep into the defence of Winchelsea will now kick the ball and he comes out long back towards the clubroom side of the ground. Mark not taken out there. Whitney was up high, picked up Parrish, fed the ball over the top. It went Parrish to Parrish. I think this is Gemmell or could be. It ends up with Chirkop. He handballs back over the top. Harvey, he went out at one-handed, picked up Goodwin. And Godwin.
I reckon I've started it.
Yeah, you did. You put it in your mind. You know what it's like when you do that with me. So the ball up again will take place. Again, it hasn't moved too far. Ball's come back to where towards centre wing. Yates this time takes possession of it. Got the handball outside into the hand of Whitney. Quick boot, left foot, goes into the half-forward line. Parrish is there. He got the handball further afield, only as far as Chirkop and Aid. Again, another quick click into their forward line. Coffey was there. He couldn't take clean possession of it. Parrish is back there working hard. That's Indy. He's tackled, brought to ground. And again, ball not coming out of that contest. Umpire to ask for it back once again. So just again, waiting for the umpire to take possession of it. Throws it up. This time, Carter nicely up over the top, clicks it out the back. And again, a strong tackle out there. We'll see the ball being handed back to the umpire once again. So we've gone almost 3 minutes into this third quarter. This score's unchanged at 53-41. Winchelsea leading.
Ball back in now. Wrapped up quickly again. So as has been all day, the contests are very tight and close. Everyone holding their man's tight, but going up again now. Carter and Terrell. Terrell gets a tap out to running player there. Gets a handball forward to Parrish. Able to shrug the tackle. Gets it on boot to ball now. Pushes towards Primer, but cut off there and well marked by Adams. Adams gets the handball over to Primer. Oh, he's just not able to grab the ball. Had a little juggle, throws it down, and well cut off there by Baseley. So just a bit of a lost opportunity there, but Belpost Hill able to gather it, slow down, pick their play, and pushes it out the far side now towards Edwards. So he's going to be in that far pocket, looking at his next option down the line. So smothered off the boot, got a bit too close to the man on mark. Two Winchelsea players there, just need to talk it out. Parrish gets the ball, handballs it up, not to any avail, into the hands of the Belpost Hill. So a bit rough coming out after half time, just needs to get some composure going on out there. Ball back to the umpire. So up goes Carter and Gould this time. Carter gets a tap out, but Gould best hands on it.
It's ball.
Outwards to Bolsh, wrapped up quickly, and ball paid to Carter. So a good tackle there by the big man. So he wants to come out this side. He's got the numbers, so comes out here to Godwin. Just puts it to his leading spot. So a great kick there. Got the next man down the line is going to be Dixon. Has a bit of space. Able to take the mark and then just slow it down. Find who he wants to go to.
Let's play on.
That is play on. Got the kick out there. Not a great kick. The Winchelsea had the extra man back there, so he just fell into that gap and took that mark out there. So going to come back this way now for Winchelsea. So Gould the target, as he has been majority of the day. Not in the best position. Dixon able to get tapped down, but goes to Indy Parrish. Comes across now. And Bannister able to go take a really good intercept defensive mark there over Parrish. Had the size advantage and used his body well. Not a great kick. Comes out this side towards Bakersley, but cut off there. Cut off by Adams. So landed a bit unconventionally, a bit sore, but did get the spoil on the ball. So ball to come back in from the umpire now. So Carter and Terrell. So Carter with the tap down, not cleared. Indy Parrish gets the ball first, but wrapped up quickly by Jones. So that close, in tight contest. Going to have another throw up right on the 150 years of Winchelsea that we saw a couple of weeks ago. So Terrell goes the big jump, doesn't get it tapped out into the hands of Parrish, wrapped up with a three-man tackle. Moved about a metre since the last one. So back to the umpire for a third chance. So Terrell goes the big jump over the top, gets tapped down. Parrish gets ball, handball out to Carver. Hand kick forward now for Gould, yes. So unable to get clear, but gets it forward. Godwin in front, gets a tap forward, goes to Walsh of Winchelsea. Handball out the far side and another kick inside. Down to his Bister. A great mark taken there. It's going to put him about 40 metres out. So
that was great play by Walsh.
Yeah.
Got the handball, then got the kick.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Double whammy. It must be two of them. Well, hang on. The other one might have been Williams.
I got the first letter right at least. So there's Bister with the ball. He's going to be kicking just in. No, decides to go inside. So Gould with the lead up target. Go ahead, Grub.
That's where they've got to cut the hole off. See, the thing is, and that's why Winchelsea is so dangerous, because you've got to cut a couple off. You've got to cut the one that Gould runs into, and you've also got to cut the one off that Cameron Primer runs into. So it's not an easy task. It's pretty bloody easy for someone like me to sit back here and say, cover the hole. But that's what has to be done. And it's very, very hard to do. I'll tell you the other bloke. Yeah, it was Quinn. He's not playing. Sam Quinn.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, it's not just those two as well. You've then either got one of the Parishes that are going to be up there, but in he comes now, kicking from 40, hasn't kicked it well, but just stabbed it, just falls short. So going to be a touch there on the line for Winchelsea. Takes them to 8-6-54. Belpost Hill 6-5-41. 8 minutes into the P&R Foods second quarter. Going to be Baseley to bring it out this time. We've been wondering where he's been. He's saying get back. He wants to go long, but trying to find the man. He's got Carter out here with a mismatch on Parrish, so that'll be the target for sure. Huff behind him, though. Able to get some body on, and well defended, actually, there by Parrish. Had a good jump, just got over the top. Going to be a throw-in now. Going to be Carter, and just waiting to see who comes through for Winchelsea as the ruck. Looking like in Parrish at the time. No, there he is. Jordan Gould going to be the man. In comes the ball now, so Carter able to use his body and size, but get tapped down, picked up by Finn Parrish. Quick handball out to Indy Parrish, wrapped up quickly. Tried to go the fend. Would have thought that'd be holding the ball, but anyway, Carter gets the ball on ground. Handballs to Yates, wrapped up quickly by Gould and Parrish. Carter's caught one in the throat there. Potentially, he's a bit sore after that.
Well,
But
I think that was from the fend, and the fend
Okay.
you lose your prior.
you do. But Gould and Carter again. Carter able to use his body, gets size, pushes
All
it
right.
out to Cairns, holding the man paid.
Oh.
So it's going to go to Sampi for Winchelsea. Kicks into the danger zone centre, but well marked by Flacavento. He just pushed it out to the danger zone, just 45 straight in front. Nick Flacavento able to get the mask. Going to go far side now to Saunders out there. So no mark taken. Able to get hands to the ball. Handball back to Godwin. Gets the kick up the ground. So Harmer's the target out there. No mark taken. Punched across the line. And we're going to have a throw in out that far side. So 9 minutes now into the third quarter. Brought to you by P&R Foods. Winchelsea 8-6 for 54. Belpost Hill 6-5 41.
Throw in far side of the ground. I can push themselves across. Gould now doing a little bit of ruck work out there on the far side. Maybe ball comes down the front of the contest, leading in the race for the ball. It's going to be picked up. Winchelsea, I thought they had possession of it. But unfortunately, it's with Whitford the boundary line. Yates going to end up with it. Handball's back inside. That was okay to Jenkins. Jenkins kicks back towards centre wing. And a diving mark, or not a diving mark, but on his knees is Whitney takes the mark in front of the scoreboard here at Winchelsea. So now Whitney from that position will deliver the ball into their half-forward line.
Oh,
That was a bit of a manhandle there. Had to be. And free kick will go to Henry of Winchelsea. So ball to come backwards again into the hands of towards Williams. Godwin read that nicely, intercepted, but been cleaned up nicely. Parrish ends up with it, got the handball back outside. Ball through Carver, goes into Sampi. Sampi now further afield. Went back to Carver, actually. Went towards Primer. Primer, will he take the mark? Kept it in the field of play. He's done that nicely. Handballs back inside. Looked for his teammate in Church, but he can't keep it in the field of play. And the ball has gone over the boundary line. Forward pocket area, or half forward line anyway. Winchelsea back in attack. Thrown back in and once again. And again, ball ruck contest. Carter took possession of it. Yates tried to get himself through the contest, but he's tackled immediately, brought to ground. So again, another ball up this time. This time the ball from Gould goes back towards the boundary line. Sampi is there, taken off the ball. Now umpire said there's a free kick high, and it's going to go to Sampi out there on the far side. Not too sure why they're remonstrating, because they're going to lose possession of it if they do something stupid.
It looks
It's
like they've
actually
given him
been
a 50 by the looks of it.
So what was going to be a
Difficult kick
now becomes very, very easy.
becomes an absolute birthday present. I don't know what was said or done out there, but gee, you're a couple of goals down. You've got yourself back into the game. You just can't let your discipline run like that and give them a present. You can't do that.
So Sampi now from right on the goal line comes in, and he will obviously pick the goal, which he does. He gets his second of the afternoon, and the ninth now for Winchelsea. They are 9-6. They lead Belpost Hill on 6-5. 11 and a half minutes gone. P&R Foods third quarter.
Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing, but you know, those things happen in footy, and what you've got to do is now is get your head down, your bum up, and get it back up the other end. But, you know, you've just given them a birthday present here, and you just can't afford to do that. I don't believe you can afford to do it any time, but
No.
you definitely can't afford to do it when the scores are so close in such an important game. We're talking how far we can get to the finals here. You just can't do that. You can't give 50s from there. You know, that, as you said, from the boundary, that's a damn hard kick. And all of a sudden, it's an easy 6 points.
Usually you're the shout-out man, but I've got one this week. Grub Jared Winslow's just in emergency at the minute, feeling a bit sore after his game of footy today. So one of our media colleagues, we appreciate everything you do for our design, Jared. So
It's Alex's mate.
all the best to you, bud. Get well soon. Back in the middle now. So going to have a toss-up. It's going to be Carter and Terrell again. So up we go. So Carter, first position, gets tapped down, hits the foot of Parrish, so gets it out, but able to be kicked forward there by Hanley, I believe. Kick forward, so pulling in front, the Winchelsea defender able to get it up. But handball now. So handballed out to the far side, Dixon front position, not able to get the clean disposal there. Going to roll across the boundary line. Going to be a lasso. I wouldn't have thought that'd be the case.
No, it's a throw-in.
It's got to be a throw-in, because it was knocked out of his hands. So it's not like he went the handball or anything. So Might need a replay for the umpires.
He's called it a lasso. Oh, come on. It's a throw-in.
Got one wrong there, but that's all right. That's what happened. So Indy Parish with the ball for Winchelsea, kicks down the line, and well,
That's a
kicked.
terrible, terrible rule, that.
So Adams next man down the line. So he's going to be right between the benches here, looking for his next one up. Gets the next kick forward. Terrell the target, gets front position. No mark taken. Comes down now. Wrapped up very quickly was Martin for Bellpost Hill. So jumped on top of by Church and Parish. So right in front of us now. So Carter and Terrell, once again, Terrell going the jump, Carter going the body, gets it down, gets the kick forward, Barton the man in front, not able to take the mark, but comes forward, rolls well to Yates, gets the pick up, throws the ball on boot.
Timmy's not happy. Be careful, son. Oh, and he gives him a
he's
pat on the bum. Well done. I thought he got one a bit high, and I thought, look out, he's going to go and flatten this play. He went up and gave him a tap on the
It's
bum.
going to be one or two reactions.
Yeah, yeah, well done, Timmy Barton. That's what I'm talking about in discipline. Could have easily given away a free kick then and didn't.
So ball comes in now, a bit short. Brock Carter gets front position, gets a fist forward, pushes it out. And I can't really see if it's between the pack, but Yates gets a little toe up to himself, gets the handball out now. Going to go to Hanley, jugs the tackle, goes out wider, wrapped up, taken across the boundary line. This time is Coffey. Sorry, it was Jenkins, not Hanley.
I don't think I'd like to be the next Winchelsea bloke to get the ball when Barton's around, though. he might do it.
His steam coming out of his ears, you reckon?
No, he'll settle down. He's right. Been around too long.
So what's the hold up here?
I don't know what the hold up
Throw
is.
it in, play on. All right, ball in now. Carter, Terrell, Carter taps it over the back. Barton, that man this time, not able to pick it up. Pushed out. James leading to it this time in front of Godwin. Continues to kick it off the ground.
Well done,
Flacavento. Throws himself at the ball in front of that. Another good bump there by Martin. So they're going hard now, Bellpost Hill. Well wrapped up. Jenkins on top. Gets the tackle. Flacavento, ball on the ground.
Every coach asks you to put your body on the line. Exactly what he did. He knew they were coming at him and he put his body on the line.
Big boy too. Carter, again, too much body. He's starting to get the benefit of the battle. Gets a kick forward to Barton. Barton throws the ball on boot. Heads it forward now for Dixon. Gets front position, but well bodied. Cut off there. In front was Walsh. So taking it back. Barton It's getting very passionate out there. We love to see it. So Barton went the kick off the foot, off the ground. And then it's come across. Parish has been... Don't know if there was a free kick there.
Don't know.
I would like to see it again. Did you see something? Yeah.
No, not much.
Okay. So just two blokes going at the ball. So Parish kick forward now. Pulls it out that far side. Bolts with ball in hand. Kicks it over the back. Williams in best position. Gets the ball. Wrapped up quickly by Bannister. Taps it forward across the goal. Wrapped up. Ball is hot pockets down in that forward pocket now. And pretty much straight out in front actually. So 25 metres, 30 metres out. Moving very quickly too, so umpire trying to make some room. Up goes ball. Carter front position. Gould tap down forward. Rolls to Church. Church wrapped up quickly and going to be held up there again. So orders being thrown from the benches around now. Only 10, 15 metres out. High pressure zone. Gould, Carter tapped down. Hits Gould. Gould able to pick it up quickly. Wrapped up just as quick though. So.
Casey, did he play in the twos, did he?
Johnny from Bellpost Hill.
Yeah.
Tap down now, Gould, out to Godwin. Godwin pushes it out towards Jones, unable to pick up. Jones in best position, tapped out far now. Gould again. So, we've got a free kick paid. Is that going to go to Adams for Winchelsea? Sam Adams, I believe. 28? Yes, it is. So, just got a bit hot in there, so free kick for a high tackle this time.
This is definitely one that I want.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be kicking from 40, pretty close to straight in front, so not a big angle. So in he comes now. Big man back on the line. Kicking in from 40, so boot to ball now. Looks pretty good, but may have just pushed it wide. He has. It's going to take us to 9-7-61 Winchelsea Bellpost Hill, 6 goals, 5-41, 18 minutes into the third quarter, brought to you by P&R Foods.
I'll say that because he's an assistant coach at Bellpost Hill. And John O'Casey, his brother, is assistant coach at Winch.
Oh, there you go.
So might be a punch on the night at home.
Ball now from Godwin. Brought in this time. He's going to come clubber inside. Back towards centre wing. Carter's there. But in for 8. Yates takes a good mark. So he's just defensive side of the centre wing here. Jack Yates. Coffee's in the middle, but I'm too sure whether he'll go to him. Looking for a better target now, and he decides to go straight down the line. In front. Mark not taken again. Out the back it works. Out towards... I think that might have been Hanley off the bench. Got the ball outside. Ends up now with Houston. Houston goes further back to Henry. Henry now Williams and on the left boot. Goes back towards centre wing. Church did that pretty nicely, the little fella. Got the ball out and got himself in the clear. Handball goes outside. Houston on the run pass now on the left boot. Goes long into their forward line. In front. Mark will be taken out there by Godwin. Finn Parrish was looking for it at the back then. Didn't have the distance on the kick. So Godwin again holding things up a little bit. Goes back to where the ball came from. Houston in front. Yates from behind. Ball comes to Hanley. Quick hands into that Whitney. Whitney goes forward. And coming up, Henry ran that nicely.
What happened there?
Definitely wasn't touched.
Was that touch off the boot?
No.
Then that's a mark. That's got to be a mark.
I thought so. Absolutely thought so. Ball from that ruck contest again. Belpo still was the numbers around it. Jones lost the ball. Hands it over to Walsh. Goes back towards centre wing. Flacavento stands in the hole. He takes it and the mark will be...
No, don't go out there.
He's got basically in the middle of the ground, but he's not going to go that direction either. Straight down the line he goes. Back towards Carter. Ball, good spoil coming across the top. I reckon that might have been Henry once again. So ball is nicely out. And a throw-in will take place. Just waiting for the umpire now with the ball in hand. Fucking in position. Again, Carter just protects the space, went back and collected it, tried to get a handball away. Unable to do so, so the umpire will ask for it back again. Thrown up in that way, same position. Ball now from that Church, hard at it. His Bister went through his legs, picked up Kerrins, handballs outside to Whitney. Whitney, good hands wide outside. Teammate there goes out towards Saunders, it was. Handball further afield. Yates runs onto it, kicks back into where it's dangerous. And going back, Walsh in a nice position. Takes the mark and will relieve some pressure for Winchelsea. Straight down the ground he goes. His Bister in some space by himself. Good kick, had to be. Got the chance to play on now. Runs and kicks long out towards centre wing. Going back, Flacavento did very nicely. Ball comes to ground. Carver's there. Tried to pick the ball up. Didn't have it. Rouget got a handball outside. Went towards Marnicky. Off a step. Kicks the ball. It went pretty high, but it goes into their forward line. Gould doesn't make the did make the contest. Comes out. Parrish just pushed the ball further afield. Bounces up here for Gould. He's a chance on the right boot. Bananas it back and just off line. Minor score. Gould to 1-4 for the afternoon. And Winchelsea now to 9-8, leading Belpo 6-5. PNR Food third quarter. We have gone 21 minutes.
Gonna have a little delay here while we look for the ball under the trees, but got a soldier out there that's found it in no time. So Godwin's gonna have the ball, bringing it back in this time. Taking options, and the far side looks to play. So pulls it a bit shorter, hits out that side. Gonna go to Basely. So moving it up the wing now. So going to be centre wing out that far side. Barton the target, cut off short. Got a twist over there and a handball out now. So move it over to his Bister. His Bister with the ball, does a duck and weave, turns it around, comes back inside. So just over at the front, but well marked and cut off there by Saunders. Edwards. We've got a man down over that far side, very sore too.
Handley
so
it is too.
Just going to hold the ball up there now.
I think he's all right. And I've got no idea. Must be a new rule that you've got to stop the play, because they never stop them. If the ball's near him, fair enough, but it's nowhere near him. I think if they're up and hobbling, you just bounce the ball.
So,
don't you?
Well, yeah, there's all this duty of care stuff now. I think
he's nowhere near the play.
No, I understand that.
If they're going to do that, and they are doing it, they're going to get him on straight away.
Well, no, if another play goes on, they still can't start the ground until he's off the
Until
ground.
he gets off, yeah.
So it doesn't matter whether that play comes on now or later. Or
no,
whatever.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Sorry. Just came off second best in that marking contest out the far side. Some big bodies flying there. So
it's obviously a leg. Could be just
bobble.
Hook ankle. Don't know. But anyway,
Do we have scores around the ground while we've got a moment?
we can if you like. I'll just quickly bring them up here. We've got North Geelong 58 leading Werribee 29, 21 Geelong West 75 in the lead, doing it nicely out there. East Geelong away by 21 points now, 58 to Anarchy 37. And Corio closed the gap a little bit. They're only 17 points behind now. 53 plays Thompson 70.
And of course, Winchelsea 9-8-62, Bellpost Hills 6-5-41 here. 24 minutes into the third quarter now.
If they call the game to start, would you call for a head count?
Well, you can't. You can't because the umpire said, come on.
So
But-
play to resume here. Edwards with ball in hand, so right in the centre of the ground. Going to go the big kick, not a great kick onto the boot, but Carter able to get front position. Hands up, no mark taken. Spills
There's
down.
a free kick. There's a free
for a
kick
hold.
going to Bellpost Hill, I think.
Yeah, against Terrell. So goes to Carter for a hold there.
They got some ironical cheers from the crowd.
Aussie's calling for a deep. He's pretty lonely down there, but Dixon able to come across now. No mark taken. Winchelsea able to find ball first, gets a handball out. It's coming out to about the 30-metre line now, but able to get a kick there was Jenkins. So smothered off the boot, pushed it out wider. Cozzie's got it in hand, but wrapped up quickly, and it's going to go across the boundary. Sitting about 20 metres now around the Bellpost Hill goal on the broadcast side. So we'll have a throw in. It takes us to a dangerous spot.
We don't want to lose anybody, but especially young Hanley.
Yeah, no.
So ball in now. Carter, Terrell, Carter tap out the back. Not able to hit anyone of benefit, but now Winchelsea gets a kick out through Parrish, comes out this side. Bad bounce there for
he's gonna,
Adams.
see, that's now it's the last touch rule because of a bad bounce of a footy. The
So,
rule sticks.
yeah, so Parrish with a leg spinner there, threw it out. So kick back in by Godwin, hits that Barton area, but three Winchelsea to 1 Bellpost Hill. It's always going to be a tough contest. Going to be a throw in halfway from the 50 to the goalpost, so still in the danger zone. So Carter, Terrell, as usual, ball comes in. Carter in front. Terrell gets a tap down towards Williams, not able to pick up. Handball out now. It's kick forward right into the centre. Cozzy under it, but tapped over the top. Sat up a bit too long, so it goes out the far side now. Through Walsh, gets the kick out over running through the middle. Plenty of speed there by Harvey. Gets the kick forward now. Looking for Primer, able to work through Bannister, but well done by Bannister, the big body, able to get hands to it. Very well done there.
Well, it was, but it was one-on-one.
It was.
If they kick that 15 metres wider and have to run to it, then he's in trouble.
Big trouble, yeah. Not a great kick leading in because with the agility of him, but the Bellpost Hill bench very happy with Bannister's efforts there to be able
Well, you don't kick it to him, to Primer. You kick it wide.
Mm.
On a one-on-one like that. You kick it wide. You don't kick it to him.
Yeah, make him get there first.
Yep.
So ball in now, Carter, Gould. Carter front position, bigger body. Gould able to get the tap out the back over the top, runs past Bolsh, but turned over.
Oh, that's holding the ball.
No, not Flagaveno, but the Bellpost Hill player wrapped up there by Harvey.
Was it Goddard?
Yep.
Thought it was. He just couldn't get the boot to it.
So,
I've called him Goddard again, haven't I?
yeah.
I didn't know if you were serious or not.
I wasn't. I
So
wasn't sick.
Godwin
I
wrapped up
was
this
serious.
time. Godwin's being wrapped up by Harvey. So kick from 30 metres out, straight over the top. So that one hurts for Bellpost Hill, but it takes Winchelsea to 10-8-68. Bellpost Hill 6-5-41. 27 minutes into the PNR Foods third quarter.
But just, if you recall, Bellpost still had the ball out here on the half back line and he ended up kicking it down the line, which he should have. But he had a couple of leads out, which are dangerous. Now, when you're 2 or 3 goals down, you do what he did. But now, you're 4 goals and a bit down, 4.5 goals down. Now is when you take them chances. Because all it was ever going to do was either go over the boundary line and come back. Go out there, all right, you might lose it, and it might cost you the game. But you've got to give yourself a chance to win. So those little dangerous ones now they've got to be prepared to take.
Yeah, got to take him on. Ball back on the middle of the ground. Ruckman again, go at it. This time again, Carter gets the ball down towards Yates, but it's Parrish got the handball out to Terrell. Yates wins it back again. Now he runs from the middle of the ground, kicks on the right boot. Out wide, went towards Walsh of Winchelsea, traps the ball, handballs out the back, got support. Hewson again back further by hand, and again Gemmell now Goes back towards true centre wing Rouget from behind. Actually went a bit deeper than Rouget. It might have been Parrish that got his hand on the ball, and it was punched over the boundary line.
So what you're telling me, if it accidentally bounces the wrong way, hits you chin and goes over the boundary line, it's lasso.
Yep.
But if you punch it,
Yep. No.
it's not.
No.
So what sort of a rubbish rule is that?
Probably reason rubbish rule, Grub, but that's the way they have it. Ball now from that contest, again in front of the contest. Williams picks up, slung to ground, and again, Belpo still clear it away, go back towards centre half forward. Dixon couldn't pick the ball up. It's Houston that was able to, got the handball out wide, put his team under a little bit of pressure. Was there a free kick there? Umpire said no. Let's have it back, he says. I'm going to ball it up on the half forward line. Again, it's in attack for Belpo still. I haven't been able to score in this quarter at this stage, so almost 28 minutes, 29 minutes gone. Would need to sneak one here, you would think, to give themselves a chance. So again, ball, ruck contest. Williams hard at it, as he's been for most of the day. But every time he's latched onto it, there's been players not too far away. Jack Yates being that man most of the time. Again, ruck contest. Terrell gets the ball down to Parrish. Parrish brings the ball outside, 50. Jimmy Barton actually fell over the top of it there, but again, it's been cleared away. Belpo still put it back into their forward line. Winchelsea had some numbers around the contest. Gemmell picked the ball up, got the handball out wide towards Parrish. He handballs back inside. Carver, off a step, goes back towards centre wing. Coming up at the ball, mark has been taken, so Belpo still again were able to turn things around once again. Across the ground they were going to go, but a little chip inside. That was okay. That was Martin inside the Baseley. Tries to get the one handball back, but it was ignored.
50.
And the player gone into the zone. So this will be the one they've been looking for as we go towards 30 minutes in this final quarter. It's in good hands, Caleb Baseley. We'll only have to manoeuvre this kick some 20 metres. So they've been able to hold them scores to this stage of the quarter, but this will be...
The bloke's 30 metres away on the mark.
He's well back. But Caleb Baseley steps in. Very important kick of goal here. Chips at it. Umpire says that is okay. His first of the afternoon gives Belpo still their seventh. They move to 7 goals 5. Trailing Winchelsea on 10 goals 8. 30 minutes gone. P&R Foods third quarter.
Well, that's the one they did want before half time. There's no doubt about that. But it just seems, we keep saying towards the end of the quarter, Belpo still just need another one. They just need another one. It just worries me that at the 25-minute mark of the last quarter, we're saying, geez, they need another one, because they haven't been able to get just close enough or in front. And to me, unless they do something different, that's what the game's going to go like. So, you know, they've got to drag something out of the bag.
So back in the middle once again we go, and the ruckman go at it. Finn Parrish had it. He lost it. Ball comes out. Jenkins picked the ball up. Now there's a holding decision.
Oh, gee.
Not too sure. We'll let the play go on, I reckon, from there, because it was 51 and a half, a dozen the other. Parrish now plays on, and he goes long into their forward line. If they get a mark here, that could be dangerous. Ball gets out the back, arriving as Kerrins. He did all right there, picked the ball up, slammed it on his boot. Jones needs to get to the ball. Unfortunately, there's that bounce again, grab over the boundary line. Yeah. Free kick will go to Winchelsea. As we said late, they just need to pick the ball up and drive it quickly into their forward line. And it's going to be through Reuben James that'll need to get it. So James now kicks the ball quickly inside, and that's a mark taken there by Gould. And this player is just on range, and he takes his time here. Can go back and have the last shot at goal for the quarter, you would think.
I do have a question.
Yep.
What's 50 of one, half a dozen of the other, you idiot? What's that mean? Do you know what it means? Because that's what you said.
Did I? I can't even remember what I said. So Gould has got an opportunity here late in the quarter. He's going to kick from just outside 50. Hope he doesn't play on the siren sounds, but he's going to do that. Plays on, gets out wide, kicks low, kicks long, and it's touched on the line.
No, I think it's a goal.
It has cleared it, and it's through for a goal. Gould has his second of the game, the 11th now for Winchelsea. They're 11 goals 8, leading Belpo still 7 goals 5. And P&R Foods third quarter, we have gone 32 and a half.
Well, it just landed in the hands of the right bloke, and he's a very good kick. And that's the one that Belpo still didn't want. And if they don't win this game, it's probably the one that stopped them from getting close enough. And, you know, and it comes from another one of those stupid rules. Oh, it annoys me. I know I harp on about it. I'm going to talk about it till
51
3
half
minutes.
the other. Yeah, I've heard that saying. I don't know.
It's either 50-50 or 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
So North
It's
Geelong,
not 51, half a dozen of the other.
68 to
Stupid
42.
man.
North Geelong, Werribee. Ball back in the middle again. And ball thruck. Carter goes up. Ball tap further afield by Terrell.
Ding ding.
Siren must have sounded because it's going to be three-quarter time. And at three-quarter time, Winchelsea will go in at 11 goals, 8-74. Belpo still at 7-5-47. Goal kickers to this stage of the game. 2 each to Indy Parish, Gould, Primmer, Sampy. 1 each to Finn Parish, Terrell and Harvey. And for Belpo still, they're 7 goals, 4 to Nick Costello. 1 each to Flacavento. That's Jordan, Facely and Timmy Barton. Going to take a short break, come back, final quarter action not too far away. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Local sporting clubs are at the heart of communities like ours here in Geelong. That's why I love what Geelong Cats official asset finance partner Morris is doing with the Morris Community Cashback Program. When you settle a loan with Morris and nominate a local sporting club, Morris gives $500 directly back to that club. That funding can help local clubs invest in equipment, facility upgrades, club improvements and junior development programs that benefit the entire community. So if you're thinking about financing your next car, truck, trailer or even a boat or caravan, you'll be supporting your local sporting club at the same time. Because when local businesses support local communities, everybody wins. So this week, let's back the Cats and back our community with Morris Community Cashback.
Welcome back at a three-quarter time. Winchelsea have been able just to hold that sway at three-quarter time. They're 11-8-74, leading Belpo still 7-5, 11-5-47. And I pushed a button, which I didn't need to do. Around the grounds, we've got North Geelong 19-14-68, 6-6-42. 19-40-68, 19-14-68.
1914,
Sorry,
68.
9-14-68, 6-6-42. Giants 5-3-33. Inverleigh 14-12-96. Anarchy 6-7-43. East Geelong away 10-15-75. And 3 points out at the Devil Playground. Coraios 9-13-67. They trail Thompson 11-4-70. So that game has tightened up considerably.
You're in trouble here today, aren't you? Really?
Yeah, about the Battle of Books today.
I,
Is that any different from any other week? No.
a little bit. I can't see Belpo still getting up here, and you should never, ever, ever say that about a Belpo still side. But there's something they've got to do something out of this that's extra special. Cozzy, well, he didn't touch the ball that quarter because I never got it near him. And I think the player I'll tell you the transformation. I reckon at quarter time, the ruck battles were 50 of one, half a dozen of the other. It was 50-50 either way. But the next two quarters, Carter's absolutely dominated them. And that's partly what's got him back in the game. He's absolutely murdered them. But it hasn't been enough. The ball hits the ground and Wincher everywhere. And, Belpos will get it up there. They hold it in there like we ask them to do. And then when they get it out, Winch come down and look really good. And that's what I want to talk about, which I've already said enough about this stupid last touch rule. And all these rules are supposed to be to make the game look better, right? For the good of the game, to watch the game, make it look better. Right? The other one is that stand rule. Now, Jordan Gould takes a mark. He's too far out. So he takes 4 or 5 steps to his left, right? Now, if the Belpo still player follows in,
Yep,
it's 50.
Yep.
So he's got to stay where he is. So then when he does play on, He's gained 12 yards.
Yeah,
Tell me.
he's only run past him.
He's already passed him before the umpire calls play. And I'm not blaming the umpire. I'm blaming the rule. I don't know how you do it because I know you can't in football say you can't go there and you can't go there. But I'll tell you what's bad for this game. The ball sits up in Belpost Hill's forward line for 10 minutes. 32 ball ups and 4 throw-ins. Right? And you can't get out. Every time the ball hits the ground, 8 blokes on it. And it looks shocking. Then when it gets up the other end, the same. It looks shocking. In between, when a side gets it out, especially wins today, it's magnificent football. It's great to watch. But then it stops again. So why don't you bring up a rule to make the footy look better that way? Because the other 2 rules don't do it.
Well, they have a game. They used to, the AFL do have the rule that 6, 6, 6, and 6, whatever they bloody have to start the middle.
That's only at the start.
Yeah.
That doesn't do anything.
But that's what I'm saying. You watch their game of football, and it's nothing different sometimes. Right?
No, I know.
You sit back and look at it, and the one half of the field's got no player in it at all.
Well,
Maybe one defender.
I know you can't make up this rule, but what if you're only allowed 6 in your forward 50 at all times?
That might be a little bit hard. You want a couple extra, but I don't think you need too many more.
It's 1-on-1s, 3-on-3, whatever. It's probably too hard to
play like basketball. Have your own zone.
Yes, I know.
You can't go into.
And it's stupid, but I don't know. A rule like that would surely make the game look better than what they're doing with this last touch rule. It's crazy.
A few things I don't like in football these days, but that's my opinion. So,
well, there's a lot of things that you might not like that's come through the years, but you've accepted it.
Yeah.
Why you don't accept it is because they're brand new and they're not helping the game. Matter of fact, they're giving an advantage with the bloke with the ball, too much of an advantage.
Righto. Final quarter action is just about to get underway here, and Winchelsea have got got a margin, and Belpo still everything to do. They ruck contest, they go at it, and it's Finno the ground in Walsh. But again, this time he's going to go just a little bit longer and further into their attack. Flaccavendo's there, Carter's there, ball in front of the contest. There's a free kick being given again, and I didn't see that from where I was sitting, but it's going to be Terrell that's going to be the recipient of it. Mark and/or free kick. I'm not too sure. Grub, do you see anything?
Look, I think he may have paid the mark. By the looks of it, he put his hands up, the umpire. I just caught a glimpse of him. I think he may have paid the mark.
So the handball goes off quickly now to Finn Parrish, and he loads up from about 40 metres directly in front. Accuracy there, distance there, accuracy not there, 1 point behind. And they lead Belpo still on 7-5. Coming in, Godwin now kicks the ball out long. That's a great kick into the middle of the ground. Good spoil from behind at ground level, picked up by Parrish, goes outside. Going to end up there with Indy Parrish on the right boot, chips the ball back inside. We're looking for his teammate there, but unfortunately for Bolsh, it's landed in front of him. Couldn't pick the ball up. Carter's down on hands and knees. He's picked the ball up. He's tackled, brought to ground. A ball up to take place. So he's done ruck work for most of the day in there. Gould just doing a bit of a cutout now. Carter again taps the ball out. Carver out wide. Rouget kicks the ball into their forward line. Primer on a lead. Got to it, just couldn't finish the work off. Able to keep the ball inside the field of play. Again, an opportunity here. Williams, he goes further along the boundary line and over the boundary line. A throw in to take place. So it's about 15 metres around from the goals. So you'd think another opportunity here for Winchelsea. So it'd be now thrown back in, and again, contest there, ball from that contest, picked up, cleared away. Well, actually, it wasn't cleared away. Godwin had a fresh air shot at it, picked up. Finn Parrish, umpire's seen something else, and it's going to be a free kick going to Whitney.
Definitely there. Pulled him off the ball, or pulled him to the ground about 5 metres off the footy.
So the ball now from Whitney goes out wide towards Barton. Best position, but again, just couldn't hang on to it. The ball goes over the boundary line. And one of those days today, Timmy just hasn't been able to latch on to anything.
Yeah, he's struggling a bit.
Might be just an opportunity to push him deep and bring someone else out. Maybe a bit more run. Ball now from that ruck contest again. Carter taps the ball down, goes to Jones. Handball's inside. Was intercepted there. Did nicely. Picked up by Indy Parrish. Goes back into their half-forward line. Thought that was nicely read down there, but it's Godwin who emerges with it. Picked up base. Little chip up over the top. Didn't have the distance on it. Gould has it. Gives it to his teammate there in James. That's a clever kick around the body. And he's found his teammate there in Bolsh, I think it is. That's going to go back If it wasn't done beforehand, if this one goes through, it is definitely done for the day, I would think.
Is he cool? I know we saw Sampy do it early in the piece, and now James on the run, just take it nice and easy and go bang and put it straight on his chest. They're both very, very clever, very classy.
Rory Bolsh hasn't troubled the scoreboard at all today, but this will be an opportunity for him. As I said, he's got only a small distance to cover here. Steps in at the plate, and that looks pretty good off the boot. He does get his first and the 13th now for Winchelsea. They're 13 goals, 9. They lead Belpo still on 7-5. Morris Finest final quarter scoreboard. We have gone 6 minutes.
6 goals up at the 8 or 9 minute mark. I think that's it. I don't think they can come back from their Belpo. So they'll fight to the death and they'll keep going till the end. But I just don't think they're good enough on the day-to-day. They try pretty hard. But I've got to go back to those two blokes, Sampy and James. They haven't had a great deal of the footy each. But by crikeys, when they do, they put in a beautiful spot, whether they're on their own, under pressure, doesn't matter. They just steady and put the ball exactly where it's got to go. Back in the middle now, the big fellas go up, Terrell and Carter. Carter gets the tap out. Probably doesn't go to anybody, but Yates gets there eventually. He's dragged to the ground. Umpire says, holding the ball. You have got to be joking, umpire. You cannot pay that. There's absolutely no opportunity. But anyway, over there comes the Gemmell. And down the ground's going to be now too, because Yates had the shits. That's unfortunate, but it's undisciplined from the captain. But you can't do it, Yatesy. I know how you felt. You knew that wasn't a free kick, but he's done that. And now it'll go to Gould. Gould, he's seen a little bloke. He's seen somebody on the corner there. I think it's James, is it?
Yep.
Puts it into the centre again, like we said. And it goes down Parrish's throat. And you can wear that one, Yatesy, because it was a silly thing to do. Oh, they're having a bit of a go at him too. But anyway, that's the way it goes. Now Parrish, I think this one's Indy. Can't see the 50-metre line, but I think the man on the mark standing behind it.
Yeah, he's well and truly.
So the distance shouldn't worry Indy Parrish. And he comes now, Indy. Put the finishing touches on. It's been a great win. It's come back. It's a beautiful kick. It's almost through. It is through. It's a lovely goal to Indy Parrish. And I tell you what, when things are going good for you, they're going good. That puts them on a 14 goals, 9. Belpo still 7 goals, 5 on the Morris Finance scoreboard.
Yes, as I said, they've just been able to do things probably just a little bit too easy when they've gone into their forward line. They've been able to find gaps, and it's made it a little bit easier. As I said, it's a job now, I would think, well and truly past Belpo still. I only got 7 for the game. They need to kick another 7. So
no, it's all
they
over
need to show
them.
some fight, though, just to not let this blow out. As I said, it comes to the end of the season, and they're still hanging in there. Percentage could be important. So
it could be. Up they go now. Big Carter and ruck again. Terrell wins this one. Goes down to a in there, eh? I'm getting as bad as you out here at Winchelsea. But it doesn't matter who's got it, because now the umpire's got it. Steve Guanaccio throws it up. Up they go. Carter over the top. The second tap to Terrell. Yates gets it again. Is that holding the ball? No, they say. Comes out to Saunders. Saunders puts it over to Jenkins. Jenkins shows a good turn of speed. And he puts it down the throat of a Winchelsea defender, and he dropped it. And the ball goes over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. Deep in Belpo Still's forward pocket next to the behind post. Gee, he dropped a sitter. In comes the boundary umpire, throws it in. Up they go. No one gets a tap out. It just bounces. The big Bart, I think it was, taps it. Another little tap comes out towards Jenkins again. Jenkins is tackled. He reckons he's been tackled high, and Jenkins will take the free kick within about 15 metres of the goals for Belpo Still.
did me jacket up and knock me.
Well, he's done the glasses. And he comes now, Jenkins. Bit of a consolation goal, you would think, for the Panthers. And he comes. Worked hard to get this. And puts it straight through the middle. And that gives Belpo Still another goal. That puts them on to 8 goals, 5. And they trail Winchelsea 14 goals, 9. 10 minutes gone in the Morris Finance last quarter.
Didn't quite see that, because I said got a bit of a tangle up here in the box scrub, but
well, I thought he might have been a bit lucky, but you've got to have a bit of luck now and again.
That's true. It's still time on the board, but they'd have to be very, very good. But they just need to keep working at it.
Back in the middle is going to be Carter and Terrell. Ball just coming back now for us. So 10 minutes into this last quarter. And ball goes up now. So Carter jump, Terrell bigger jump. Carter gets a tap outside. Parrish first in position. So able to get a good pick up there. Gets a handball forward towards James. No clean mark. Whitney next one line. Harvey there. Not able to pick it up either. All wrapped up now. So Whitney and James wrapped up there together. So back to the umpire for another throw up here. Out in between the benches this time. So Carter, Terrell, Carter, big punch out the back. Heads out towards Harvey, gets the hands over. Walsh running past, then to Parrish with a kick. Going to have a high infringement.
Well, it was there, but it's going to the wrong bloke because I thought it should have gone to Zane Jones. Number
I
12.
think
He's going to
yeah,
Zane
yeah,
Jones.
yeah,
Fair enough. Well umpired. I saw it, and so did Becky. Well done, son.
All right, so Zane Jones on this side been pretty quiet today, but plays a bit of candy out there. So comes the handball now to basically forward, kicks towards Yates. Yates takes the mark right on the boundary, 55 out. So needs to find a target here, get some movement. Barton uses the body, get some clearance, pushes forward. Dixon is a man to go for. Unable to get it in front, but taps down. Winchelsea wrapped up. It's got to hit the post. Not sure who got that kick, but able to grab it out quickly. Maybe Saunders there, able to get a kick on that one. So unfortunately hit the post. So another point there for Bellpost Hill. Marnicky with the ball now. First kick out of defence, so just weighing up options. This side looks to be the play. Gould will be the target, as he has been a lot of the day, but Godwin able to just drop in front. Ball didn't have the height on it required for Gould to make some movement, so Godwin kicks inside. No mark taken.
It's Hanley down again.
Yeah, another big hit for Hanley. He's not had a good rub of it today, so Huff there, handballs out, tapped off, basically unable to pick it up. Barton with the ball, off the knee this time, pushes it forward, going out, coming out of the forward line, so able to be cleared to Parrish. Parrish out to Walsh. Walsh with a kick forward to Harvey. So Harvey takes the mark, gets almost went the handball. Probably should have been played on, and handballs now to Indy Parrish. Indy Parrish, not a great kick, but it goes forward and it's going to roll through. You're joking. When you have a good day, you have a good day. Out in Winchelsea, they are having a good day. 15-9-99, Bellpost Hill, 8-6-54. 13 minutes into the final quarter, brought to you by Morris Finance.
Well, you kick a rotten, dirty mongrel punt like that and it goes straight through the middle of the goals, you know you're having a good day. But I see now David Hanley is off and it's time to leave him off. I think they probably shouldn't have put him on. You know, just save him. You can't win the game. He's one of your better players and he's not 100%. Just leave him there. Give him a spell and make sure he's right for next week. And Winchelsea, they go on their merry way, 9 in a row, and they're looking very, very good.
They look better today than they have looked in recent weeks.
Yes,
too,
they
I
do.
reckon.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's without Brown in the side.
Yep.
And without
Cassidy Parrish.
Yes, yeah. So they've got some numbers to come back in. So from that contest, ball picked up in the middle of the ground. Yates, bit of strength, got the handball back to Whitney. Whitney goes outside. And it's kicked forward there by Cairns. He goes towards their half-forward line. Ball spot. Jones tried to keep it in front of himself. Coffey was there to provide assistance, but it's Walsh from Winchelsea that arrives now. It's going, but that was a clean pickup out there by Sanders again. And he's going to get the ball to Coffey, and Coffey's going to go long into their forward line. Was that an infringement? I think it was. And he did have him holding for a first part of that ball. Right in.
Who picked that up?
Saunders.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't Sanders. That's Colonel. He was
No, I just
he's
didn't think.
getting tea.
No, I didn't think it was him. I thought it was Jenkins.
I think it was Saunders. He had the long sleeve jumper on, I reckon.
Well, he has got the long sleeve jumper on.
Saunders.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Clacavento has got the opportunity from the pocket. Kick it goal. He comes in. Kick of about 40 metres. Looks okay off the boot. I'll tell you what. He's put that through. And they got one late one. Now they've got another. So they now move to 9 goals, 6 Bellpost Hill, 15-9. Winchelsea. Morris Finance final quarter scoreboard, 15 minutes gone.
But that's the sheer desperation from Saunders, the way he got it out. Without that, they don't get that goal. And you sort of look back and think, well, why do you try so hard when you can't win? And that's what Bellpost Hill have built their whole club around. So, you know they're not going to win this game, but they know they're not going to give up as well. And they'll keep plugging away till the end. But as I said before, Winchelsea today, I know that we saw them beat North and Werribee with players out But today, they've looked the goods. They really looked the goods.
Back in the middle now, Terrell having a spell, so it'll be Gould and Carter. Carter tapped down, cleared for Winchelsea, not quite. Back into Gould's hands, wrapped up by Carter. So another ball up right in the centre circle. Up it goes. Carter able to use body again this time. Gould able to stretch out, get a punch over the top. Jones the leading man to it this time. Goes out that far side, bowls with a handball, gets to Isvista. Isvista, big kick forward. Into the forward line there. Plenty of movement happening. Are able to get clear. So back into the bell post hill hands. Harmer over there, wrapped up quickly. No, it's not. It's not Harmer. It's Basely.
Coming Basely, it was.
So down towards the Winchelsea goals now, right on the 50-metre line. Barter.
Anarchy. Carter.
What's his name?
Carter.
Carter.
Sergeant.
Right on the
Where's Game of Pile?
having a tough day in the box today. On the 50
I
line.
think we all are.
Yeah.
Well, Winchelsea in belief.
Believe. All right, Carter this time grabs it out of the ruck, throws it on the boot, doesn't get a good contact there, rolls forward, wrapped up again, another ball up. So it'll be about 70 metres out from the goal this time. So up again, Carter with a second tap, moves it forward. Parrish able to come out with it, snaps it inside, hits the danger zone. Prima unable to wrap it up. Bannister good pressure on there. Wrapped up quickly by Flacavento, so not moving anywhere. Holding the ball.
Well, we were wrong, Tyler.
Yeah.
We were definitely wrong.
Were we?
Well, I think Bannister's done a magnificent job on Primer.
Yeah, you're right.
Magnificent job. We didn't like it at start, but that's why Ash is the coach and we ain't, because it was a great move.
Yeah, he knows something we don't. He's been very agile across the ground.
Yeah,
So
he's been good.
with it there again, gets the hands out. So out to handball to Flacavento now. Small kick, Terrell cuts it off, gets the handball forward out that far side, very long way away. Kick handball in, over to Primer. Primer with the ball now, spins and kicks it inside. So it snaps it into the middle of the ground. No one able to get it clear there. No mark taken. Ball rolling around, wrapped up, holding the ball. Free kick paid.
But just remember one thing. Last time we were here, Primer kicked 4 in the last 5 minutes.
It's not over yet. Short kick, falls in front of Carter. Not the man you want juggling the ball. So able to be pushed out. Saunders kicks forward. Barton, far side, mark taken. So far side wing now, turns around quickly, wants to keep it moving. Heads up to Flacavento, the Jordan variety. No mark taken there. Spills back to Winchelsea. Winchelsea with the ball. Kicks up the line on the far side. Went for a big grab. That's definitely a free kick. Went for the big grab, hands in the back, tried to put a ladder on him, and it's given away probably a silly free kick over there, to be honest. So bell post hill kicks inbound towards Harmer, not a good kick. Turned over, Winchelsea, Isbista, ball in hand, kicks forward towards Williams. Williams not able to pick up the ball, rubs around. He's hurt the shoulder again. He has. Isbista passed on. Zane Jones pushed over.
A wicket.
And Carter now, ball in hand, kick.
Are they supposed to dress that wicket?
Touched off the boot.
Lately?
Williams very sore with the shoulder, but kicked forward now by Jones towards Costello. Costello not able to mark it out that side. Walsh handball. Handball again. Marnicky with the ball. Wants to run it out. Turns, kicks, hits target. Out there is going to be Hewson with the ball in hand. Mark taken. Kicks out even further. So right on the boundary on the far side now. Winchelsea. Just slowing it down. Trying to find the next one down the line. Plays on now. Runs forward. Hits the kick. It's going to be Gould over that side with the mark. Taken plenty up the ground today, so he spins around, finds his next target, Primer's the one, and able to drop into the zone. Grubber, you might have called it. We might be in trouble here.
What, we're only 19 in.
So able to drop into the zone there, find the ball, and take a leaping mark across the ground. So lines up 45 out front. Not a bad angle. What's he kicked today?
3-4.
3-4.
Oh, Primer.
Yeah.
2 goals straight.
2 goals
Two,
straight.
yeah. But I just think, like, you get Quinny out. I'm pretty sure Quinn goes to Primer. And then Bannister goes to Gould.
Yep.
I think in an ideal world that would have happened. Not to say from Winchelsea you've got a couple out too that can go places too, but that's just an observation. But
Primer comes in now. Sets his mark, leads in, boot to ball, looks very good off the boot. Umpire very happy with it. Straight over top, he's very happy with it himself. Takes him 16-9, 105, bell post till 9-6-60. 20 minutes into the Morris Finance final quarter.
You're right, Grubby. He hasn't had a big day, but he's probably had a handful of kicks and he's going to kick 3 goals.
Yeah, he might kick more. And that's the thing. And I'll tell you what, Winch, I don't know, I have to look at me thing, but Winch now, with Werribee getting beaten pretty well.
Yeah, well, just looking at the scores, every game's now blown right out. Winchelsea where are we down by 56 points? Inverleigh up by 100. East Geelong are up by 56. And the only game that's in dispute here at the moment is Corio down by a goal. Ball down from the middle of the ground. Godwin picks the ball up. He goes quickly into their forward line. And Gould, it was Huff that bred the ball, but didn't take the mark. Now it's in dispute out there. Umpire said there was incorrect disposal by looks of, so Belpost still will win the free kick. He can't do that. Blind Freddie could have
You
seen
can
that.
try.
So Saunders is going to have to go back behind the mark.
But what I'm getting at is they'll be on the same points as Werribee tonight.
Oh, will they?
Yeah. So the percentage they get out here and the percentage Centrals lose, they could be top position tonight.
So that's not a bad kick at goal. I tell you, that's a nice kick at goal, and that has gone through. So Belpost Hill continue to put some score on the board, but they are a long way off it at the moment. 10-6, 66, 16-9 to Winchelsea, and the Morris Finance final quarter scoreboard.
Well, as we said, you won't ever see Belpost still give up. They've actually just been outclassed today.
Yep.
You know, some of their better players have been down just a little bit. But and I tell you what, the votes are going to be awfully hard because Winchelsea's have had a very, very good spread all over the ground. So it'll be very interesting there. It'll be interesting to see your Smithy anyway. and maybe even Tyler's. It won't be mine because I won't be giving any, I don't think.
See you, thanks.
Back in the middle now, Terrell Carter as all day. Terrell with the jump now over top. Parrish first to ball, but handball out, not able to clear it. Bolch there. Church gets hands on it. Moving forward, just sloppy. No one really getting anywhere. Ball's rolled forward for 30, 40 metres. Going to be wrapped up there. Free kick paid, holding the man. So going to be a Belpost Hill kick smothered by the smallest man in GDFNL football. Bolch now with the ball, gets the hands out the far side. Winchelsea kick smothered again. Wrapped up over the far side, getting tired out there, I believe. So Winchelsea with Gould taps over the top, but wrapped up quickly. Jenkins handball out. Kicked up the far side for Dixon, not able to take a mark. Going to be wrapped up the far side. Is it going to be well, no, we've able to get it clear. So Winchelsea able to clear the ball out there. Hits James in the centre. I thought wanted the handball to Parrish, but not able to give it, so made him run for it instead. So he's pushed out and he's hit.
Here he goes.
He's hit our man last
Here
5
he
minutes
goes.
of the game. It's going to be outside 50 this time. He's trying to squeeze a few metres back. He's going to line up, I think. So,
well, the first thing you know he's going to line up is when he turns his back to everybody.
Yeah. So, Primer now will be kicking for goal number 4. So, right on his distance, I'd say. He'd be just on 50, if not just outside.
Might try and sell Daniel Bannister a bit of candy here.
Yes, could be on for sure.
I tell you, the way Bannister's played and what he's done today, I wouldn't if I were him.
So, walking in now. Primer comes up, boot to ball now. Looks pretty good off the boot. It's just continued to float wider though, and then wider again. So just scored, has he?
Is Williams still out there?
No.
Good. Because there's absolutely no reason that he should be out either.
He come from the ground.
So it takes Winchelsea to 16-10, 106. Belpost Hill 10-6, 66. Kick out now.
Was that gone 15?
Out to Whitney. He's kicked out wider to Jones. Good mark.
He's going to play front on contact or chop the arms.
Oh, we've lost the ball down the drain. I wouldn't stick your hands in there, son. It might be the camping drain where people dump their, yes, that, when they finish camping. I don't know if I'd be going fishing in that one.
There's a sign there that says, don't touch or drink the water.
Yeah. Go wash your hands, mate. He's wants. So Jones with ball plays on. It's definitely got something on it, that's for sure. Put the ball now, puts it inside the 50, over the head of Barton, not able to run onto it, but Edwards quickly, bit of pace there. Marnica gets the ball, handball. Is Bisto, handball. Parrish now with the ball in hand, kicks it out far, goes for Bolch, doesn't get the mark. Jenkins able to get it back for Belpost Hill, heads inside. No mark taken. Good fist there. Dixon with a handball over the top. Saunders tapped over the back towards the Cosy direction, but not able to pick it up. So Walsh with a clear and kick this time for Winchelsea. Grabs ball, kicks it out, puts it outside the 50-metre, and Adams now with the ball in hand is going to go far side to the wing over there. So out in front of the scoreboard for Winchelsea. Find it's the next man down the line in Bolch. So takes the mark there. Happy to slow it down now, kick it back and kick it around. Found the next man along the line. Probably come across this way again now, although he goes back to where he came from. So back to Bolsh over the far side for Winchelsea. Looking where to go. It's going to go along down the line now. So Terrell with the target. Carter able to had the position all along there. So Terrell well out. Carter for Belpost Hill able to get the mark there. Comes inside towards Edwards. No mark taken. Winchelsea again with a ball in hand. Parrish handballs over the top. Gets it back 1-2. Takes a little step around Barton. He'll be happy with that one. So a bounce and a handball now to Walsh. Walsh kick forward. Finds Gould all by himself. No one near him there. So similar position to the last kick, a bit further out from Primus. So he will look inside, finds a man all alone, all by himself. So the defense is falling off now. Almost end of the game, so going to be another Winchelsea shot at goal. This time will be Carver. Yep, he's going to be kicking from 45-50 as well. It'll be a tough, long-range shot, but he's pretty confident. Takes a bit of an extra step, throws it to the boot. That one's going to be pulled wide, pushed wide as well. So another point there for Winchelsea. Takes them 10-11, 107. Belpost Hill 10-6, 66. 28 minutes into the Morris Finance final quarter.
Yes, again, that's a nice time to get that mercy rule to apply right now. But Belpost still going to ping the ball up the centre. One last time, they go looking up the middle. Yates couldn't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Now it's going to be, or I thought it was going to be picked up out there, but the player was held. Huff gets the handball out. Ibis gives it the ball out. Went towards Carver again. Right boot from Bowles goes back towards goal. And he will get his name on the books. He has got his second goal for the afternoon. And the 17th now for Winchelsea. 17-11. Winchelsea, 10 goals, 6 to Belpost Hill. Morris Finance final quarter scoreboard. 27 minutes gone.
Well, they've tried pretty hard for a long time, but just the avalanche of the way there I go again. I've got it on the brain. As Winchelsea have played, they've tried everything they could, Belpost Hill. They just haven't been good enough today. And Winchelsea, but they definitely have, haven't they? They've been terrific. You've got to give them that.
Yeah, there's more of the better players from Winch playing well than there is at Belpost Hill today. So if they look back at it, that's a bonus for them. It's coming up against this side next time if they get a chance. But the ball from the middle of the ground, picked up again. They run the ball, goes back towards Houston, gets the ball outside. It's going to be picked up. Saunders it was. It had the ball, lost it. Into the hands of Bolsh once again. He's tackled without any prior opportunity there. The ball is going to be asked to go back to the umpire. Umpire with the ball and throws it up, and again, ruck contest. Whitney puts the ball down, but again, it's going to be Indy Parrish that emerges with it. He's going to get the 1-2 now. He's going to run inside 50. He's going to load up for goal. That was better off the boot, but it didn't come off that well. Through for a minor score. His first minor score of the afternoon, 4 goals, 1, and 17-12 now to Winchelsea, and 10-6, Belpost still 29 gone. Looks like Bannister going to bring the ball back in from fullback this time. Longer kick coming out. Again in the Yates direction, but the mark is going to be taken quite easily out the back there by Walsh. So he can just show a little bit of time here. And he plays on, he goes across the ground. Not too sure whether he was looking for that player out there, but it's going to be picked up. I reckon that's Edwards out there on the far side of the ground. Goes up the ground, mark taken by Dixon. Turns and goes into their forward line, went towards Costello. Bounced in favour him. Marnicky has the ball. He goes back towards centre wing, but it's going to come straight back again because Dixon's taken the mark. Little chip up over the top as the siren is sounded, and that will end the game. And we'll see Winchelsea going in 17-12, 114 to defeat Belpost Hill 10-6, 66. Goal kickers for the day. 4 to Indy Parrish, 3 to Gould, Primmer, 2 each to Sampy and Bolsh, 1 to Finn Parrish, Terrell and Harvey, and Belpost Hill. There, 10 goals, 4 to Nick Costello, 2 to Flacavento, Basely, Jenkins, Barton, and Saunders are the goal kickers. Take a short break, get some scores from around the ground. You've been listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Local sporting clubs are at the heart of communities like ours here in Geelong. That's why I love what Geelong Cats official asset finance partner Morris is doing with the Morris Community Cashback Program. When you settle a loan with Morris and nominate a local sporting club, Morris gives $500 directly back to that club. That funding can help local clubs invest in equipment, facility upgrades, club improvements and junior development programs that benefit the entire community. So if you're thinking about financing your next car, truck, trailer or even a boat or caravan, you'll be supporting your local sporting club at the same time. Because when local businesses support local communities, everybody wins. So this week, let's back the Cats and back our community with Morris Community Cashback.
As I said, a pretty powerful display out here this afternoon from Winchelsea. 17 goals, 12. They had 29 scoring shots. Bell Post Hill 10-6, 16 scoring shots there. So a comfortable margin as it was around the grounds. North Geelong 112 defeated Werribee 52. Geelong West 40 were defeated by Inverleigh 152. Anarchy 62 beaten in the end by East Geelong 107. And the final game, Corio 70 were defeated by Thompson 76, but that was a pretty good second half by the Corio boys out there. So they're not giving up the ghost out there, but weren't good enough today. But here today, Winchelsea Grub far too superior.
Well, I reckon we didn't give them enough credit. A couple of times we've seen them. I think we've harped a little bit about the players that the opposition had out. Now, I don't know if we gave them a fair go or not, to be quite honest. And because they played very well. I remember did say both games they still played very well, but there's no buts today. They were a couple down. Bell Post were a couple down. That doesn't matter. The two sides that went out there today, I thought, were very evenly matched. And we just see on the day here, it's only in July. We've got a couple of months to go. But on a pretty big ground out here at Winchelsea to win by 8 goals, and probably, I don't think they might have been headed. They might have kicked the first one, did they? Bell Post Hill?
Yeah, possibly.
After 2 points. But other than that, they never challenged the lead. They were always 2 or 3 goals down and trying everything they could to stay with them. But Inverleigh just, again, what's wrong with me today? I've got the Dale Smith disease.
He's got the country football
Oh,
in you, mate.
unbelievable. But no, look, they really look the goods. You know, Valpo still threw everything at them, got within a couple, then they got away again. And in the end, when it really counted, they just powered away like a real good side does. And with that big win, I'm not good on percentages, but there's a chance Winchelsea might be on top tonight. Is there a chance for that?
Well, as I said, mate, I can't work it out. I don't know even how to start doing that sort of stuff.
Well,
I
I
won't
can,
even
but it'll
try.
take me a while. Give me
Well,
a
actually, once the
calculator.
results are through, you'd probably be able to click on the ladder and probably
No, it was a
okay.
lot of percentage, fair bit of percentage difference.
Yeah.
So it was, I don't know, 135 to 149. So I don't know how much percent you can win. So I'm hazarding a guess they'll be second tonight, but there's a slight chance that they could be on top. And the funny thing is, after 9 wins in a row, they deserve to be where they are. They've been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I don't think the ladder's updated on this thing.
No, they got good on ballers. Well, this is what you do, Smitty. You go to the ladder and see how many points for and against wherever you got. Add your minuses and your pluses, and then do it to Winchelsea and bring it to us next Saturday because you'll be still here doing it next Saturday.
Probably will.
Although you did work in a bank, you're not bad with figures.
Yeah, no, these sort of things just confuse me a little bit. So,
But the percentage might have been a bit too much. But I tell you what, they deserve everything they're getting at the moment. Winch, they're absolutely fantastic. Their forward line is really, really good. It's a danger forward line. Their midfielders just seem to win. And they're back, but they're stingy. They won't let you. Costello's kicked 4 at half time, and I know it's got something to do with the ball coming in, but they clamped down on him. They knew he was the danger, and I thought the defence was great too. I've got no idea who I'm giving votes to because I reckon I could give them all a vote. There's such an even spread across the ground that forget about votes. Have a look at the scoreboard, and that's what Winchelsea have been doing, and they've been doing it very, very well.
yes, I have to agree there. As I said, I can't fault their performance this afternoon. As I said, they've got some good run. The players that they need to play well have played well today. And as I said, I think that's important to any side. As I said, if you get your good players playing well, it just seems to bring along the blokes that are on the outside and trying to help you out along the way. But it was very interesting. As I said, they got some. I didn't get the positive start, but by quarter time they'd obviously kicked 5 goals, and Belpo still, from that point of view, had to play chase and catch up football for the rest of the day. They didn't have a real good quarter. Their second, they said they finished the second quarter off pretty well and got themselves back to 2 goals.
Yeah.
But from then on, it was pretty much Winchelsea all the way through. I think they kicked 4 goals, Belpo still after half time, and Winchelsea were able to kick 9. So that's not a bad day's work. And they've got as I said, a pretty not safe spot now. That we thought that I thought they were one of the safer sides going in for the next 4 or 5 weeks. And that probably secures it for them now with the one they've got.
It does, and it's amazing how footy can change in a month or 2 months because we saw these two sides up at Belpost Hill. Winch kicked the first 2. Belpost Hill kicked the next 11.
Yep.
And it was all over at half time.
Yep.
And they never looked like it. And you could have pretty much sat there that day and say, there's no way Winch will ever beat this Belpost Hill side. Well, they've come out today and they've done it in fine style. Fine style.
Yes, so it's going to be interesting now how Belpost Hill get themselves through next week. Caleb Basley obviously had ice on an injury here. Handley was another one.
I don't know how long Quinn's out for.
And obviously we don't know what else will happen during the course of the week.
With Banjo Hickey still out, you never know.
Yes, he's another one that desperately missed there today. As I said, he's running through the middle of the ground. And obviously Josh Norman's had a pretty good couple of weeks when he's been playing up forward. So
only when he can play, though.
That's when another option becomes very, very important to this Belpost Hill side.
Well,
so
I'll make a statement here, Smithy. I know we went through all that stuff at the start and we sort of come to the conclusion that you can maybe take one out. For Belpost Hill to make the finals, I think they have to have a full squad. There's other sides in there that can cover blokes and they can miss one or two. I just think Belpost, not only they've got to be playing well too, but I think they have to have nearly a full squad to compete with the top sides.
Yeah, they are missing a few, but as I said, the reserves are on top of the ladder, I think, in the second. So
I had a look through there. If they have ruck problems, they've got Merrick and they've got Big Ren in there to cover that. Felix Jones run around in the 2s. So
there's a couple other good players out there.
Yeah,
too,
I had a look. I had a look early this morning when I was doing a bit of studying, and I just think they've got another couple to come in. But they just have to have, like, if they've got a couple out there, Wise and Felix Jones, and I think he's been out for a few
Yeah, he's
weeks.
been back a few weeks, I think, and then he just, I think they just give him a couple of games in the seconds just to get that bit of extra run.
Yeah.
Just, Grub, you can bring him back, and maybe that was wherever his problem today. They
Well,
brought a
just
couple of blokes
rusty,
back that haven't maybe done a lot over the last couple of
They've
weeks.
done,
And as I said,
except drink grog and eat Italian food.
so
But,
living
you know,
the life.
There was another bloke that I was trying to think of at Belpost, and I can't think of it now. Oh, I don't think he's going to play, but Lockie Wilson straightens him up in the forward line.
Yeah, well, he was doing the running here today, wasn't he?
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to come back, but by crikey, I hope he does, because I think he's vital down there with like Cozzy today. Kick four, he helps Cozzy out there, and hopefully, young Riley Dix. He's only a kid, he's a big kid, and he's got a lot to learn.
Yep.
I don't know if he's going to learn it quick enough from this year, but he will at some point.
Well, gentlemen, makes very interesting. Who's going to be the first?
The hardest part of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Especially each game we sit back and you think that's the same thing, but we always end up being pretty close.
No, not today. This is too hard.
Right, I'll start it off because then you can all laugh at me. I like players that can play not only early in the game but right through the game. But I gave one vote to Brock Carter. I thought he was Belpost Hill's best contributor out there. Did a lot of ruck work. Worked around the ground. I thought he got on top in the end, but again, he can win a lot of tap outs, but he just needs that little bit of support around through the middle. I gave 2 votes to Isbista. I thought his first half especially was extremely good. Got a lot of possessions on the ground, and that's when the game needs to be won. And then they set them up. And I gave 3 votes to Jordan Gould. I just thought that was one of the more rounded performances I've seen him play. He got marks in the forward line. He had 7 scoring shots. Obviously, he only kicked 3 goals, 4. But he helped out in the ruck. But his work just generally around the area or around the ground today, for me, I reckon, as a performer over the 4 quarters, I gave him my 3 votes. There you go, gentlemen. Who wants to go next?
Terrible votes. 3 shockers.
Well, I tell you what, his Vista was a disgraceful vote. I reckon he had 8 touches for the game. Yeah. But my votes, I gave 1 vote, believe it or not, and I'm not copying and I'm not telling lies. After quarter time, Brock Carter demolished the other big fella in Terrell. He demolished him. And exactly the same as you. I just don't think that their on-ballers capitalised enough on his knockouts. And I don't think it was his knockouts. And it's not just the players. The ball went to them, but Winchelsea were able to bounce on them straight away and stop their efficiency. But I definitely gave 1 to Brock Carter. Now, me 2 votes, you can toss a coin. But it's got to be one of the parishes because they both had 30 touches each. So it's got to be one of them. And we went for Finn last time, so I'm going for Indy for 2. And 3 votes is I can't believe this. And I want to bang me head up against the wall. But I'd had this bloke 3 votes halfway through the 3rd quarter, and he didn't let me down in the last quarter either. Jordan Gould. I mean that.
Shocking votes again.
I mean that.
They're terrible votes.
He was absolutely terrific.
Wow.
He's Finster.
I went so much different. I went 1 vote, the bloke that won the ruck all day.
Brock Carter.
I went 2 votes, one of the parishes that had 30 touches, except one of them had 4 goals, Indy Parish.
Indy, yeah.
And the bloke that took 30 marks up and down the ground all day in Jordan Gould.
Well, it wasn't that hard after all, was it? Oh. Except
it's Bista.
Oh, Smithy.
No. Well, look, the parishes did play well. I've got no doubt. Finn's obviously been, for me, one of the better players in the league, but I've always thought that Indy was never. I knew he was an important cog to the Winchelsea side because he kicked goals. But since they've invented him back into the midfield, I reckon his use of the ball around the ground is probably as equal to anybody in the league. So I agree. I would have had Indy Parish in there. Was one of the blokes I was looking at, but I just thought his Vista, for me, early in the game, was one of those players. Grub, have you got your book for the thanks sponsors, or you?
I just put it away.
No, that's all right.
No, you know why I put it away?
Because you thought we were going to pick where we're going
through
next
the
week.
games. I mean, I know where we're going, but you can go through it anyway.
Righto. You know where we're going.
Yeah,
so the games next week, we have got East Geelong taking on Winchelsea, and that's at East Geelong. We've seen Winchelsea a fair bit, but we haven't seen East Geelong a lot, so that could be a consideration. Corio are at home to Geelong West Giants, and we've seen Corio recently, so I'm not too sure whether we're going to do that. Belpost Hill are at home to Bannockburn, and that basically would be, depending on the results tomorrow, one of those sides loses today and next week, that would be season over. Inverleigh are at home to Anarchy, and Inverleigh, a really good performance today. Anarchy unfortunately fell away late in the day, and I don't know whether we'll be going to the next game. That's Werribee Central's taking on the Thompson Tigers. That would be, for me, a bit of a one-sided affair. But the other game that has also a bearing on where we go next week, well, where sides finish later this season, is Belmont Lions are at home to North Geelong. And I don't think we've been down there too often, so
Not once.
not once. So that, to me, would be obviously the game I think we would look at. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, that's not what I'm thinking. That's what I'm telling you.
Righto. That's okay. So that's where we're heading to next week. We're off to see the Belmont Lions at home. They're taking on North Geelong, and after their performance today, that will be a very, very good encounter. And hopefully tomorrow's results between Bannockburn and Belmont Lions also will make that for an interesting afternoon.
Well, it's that time again, Smithy. I've
That's
found my book. And thank you very, very much to Buckley's Gaming Centre, Elders IXL, B&R Foods, and of course the great Morris Finance. To the Routleys Mark of the Day, the Kempy Engineering Read the Play, Player of the Day, the Hotham Hotel Player of the Day. The Goal of the Day, Connectel. Yes, that's right, Connectel. Beersdorf Tapes and Bandages, Red Onion, Promoted Clothing, Frameline Printing and Framing, Raiders Bingo, Oswald Plumbing and Civil, you can't beat them, Athlete's Foot, Omnifine, Sirocco Travel and Cruise, where we going this week? Norway, I reckon. Omnifine, Pulse, Yards Hotel, the best in the West, the Club Warehouse, and there for the cold and hot therapy. Don't miss that. And Victory Trophies. Thank you very much, everybody. We can't do without your help.
That's we do appreciate it. And as I said, we've enjoyed the day out here this afternoon. It's now starting to get just that little bit colder with that sun starting to disappear. So to everybody that's been out there this afternoon listening to us and watching us on the live, what is it? Live show, live video,
Live stream.
live stream. That's the word I'm looking for. We hope you've enjoyed the afternoon. Hope to see you all back here again next week. You've been listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.